Everyone's fucking retarded. If you work a shit job, you can't tell me shit. So yeah, it's gonna be a roast. Like I'm about to roast some people. Um, that one, I don't know. I might go on that one dingy ass bitch. I might roast her some more. I don't know, but it's gonna be a roast live. Yeah. I like going live for some reason. I like going live, especially just talking shit and going live. It's like I love doing that shit. So we about to go live. I'm about to talk a bunch of shit. If you get offended, do not watch my live. I repeat, do not watch my live if you're offended. Like you gotta understand. Like you got a bunch of weird ass people who like watch your shit, but then they have something to say about your shit. If you have a problem with how I talk, don't watch my fucking live, you fucking idiot. Like don't watch my live because it's not meant for you. Like you guys gotta understand, we live in a really retarded world. Like really retarded world. And motherfuckers like they do shit that like me. I only do what I want to do in life. I can never do what I don't want to do unless it's something like you have to do. Like you gotta eat, you gotta drink water, and even then I'm trying to fucking break those programs, and I've fucking gotten down to a certain point. So you gotta do what you sometimes stuff you don't want to do. But like me, I'm always been a person, I don't do what I don't want to do. So like everything I do in life is shit that I want to do. That's why like I would never work. I never worked a 9 to 5 in hella years. And it wasn't like when I say I do shit I don't want to do, it's not like, oh, the things I don't do somehow it always works out for me. Like I went homeless not working a 9 to 5, but yet it still worked out for me in the end because I did what I had to do. I never gave a fuck. And I'm not saying you should do what I do, nigga, because I don't get when it comes to me, I have a different ideology. I don't give a fuck. Like the reason I never worked a 9 to 5 my whole life is because I did shit people told me I shouldn't do. But at the same time, those same people, they can't tell me shit because they work a shitty bum ass piece of shit job. Like if you work a shitty ass job, you can't tell me a damn thing. You can't tell me nothing. Like it's funny how motherfuckers would try to tell you, because I just had a situation in my personal life where I was talking to a cousin, and he pretty much told me, well, he ain't even he's not my blood cousin, but he's like a cousin, and like through like family. And this nigga's telling me like, oh, you need to work a 9 to 5, you need to do this. Was this nigga like when I look at his life ain't shit. So he's telling me like what I need to do just so I can be like him. But yet this nigga's asking me for money because he got bills. Like I don't got bills like you fucking idiot. So don't bring your energy into my energy. Why are you asking me last week to pay for your bill, or you need help for this bill, even though he paid me back? But the fact is, you have to ask me for something, but yet you're telling me I should go work. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Why? So I should be like you? This is why I made that video yesterday, because it kind of inspired me, because this nigga, like, you work at a fucking shitty ass retail store. You can't tell me shit, you bum ass fucking idiot. Like, everything, like, well, I'm looking at the action in someone's life when they're telling me something. I like me, like, you'll have people on here tell you, look at what people are doing. Look at what people are doing and not what they're saying. I'm telling you, don't even give a fuck about anybody unless they're trying to put interest into your life. So if somebody's asking me for money, I have a reason to look at what the fuck they're doing. And I have a reason to be like, you work at a retail job, you can't tell me shit. But anything beyond that, I don't give a fuck what somebody's doing, because I don't care what somebody tells what I'm doing. If that was the case, I would probably be working some shitty ass job. I wouldn't have done a lot of the shit I did to get to where I'm at and to do the things I did. And I probably would be in a situation where I'll be in jail right now because I listened to a bunch of fucking idiots and I dealt with fucking idiots. Because when you're dealing with certain negative energies, it leads you to certain situations. This is why I don't deal with people, because most people are cursed. Most people have negative energy. And when you're around people with negative energy, they will bring you there by default. You start thinking, acting, and not even thinking and acting, but you'll start, because you got these spiritual people who think they can think their way out of everything. They can, oh, I can manifest, I can think. No, bitch, you could be thinking a certain way, but then things don't work out for you because you're around negative energy. You need to cleanse your energy. And this is why I don't even like dealing with motherfuckers, is because like I'm trying to be breatharian, and well, I don't even want to go into the birthday because none of that shit even matters to any, because most of you niggas ain't even try to be birtharian. But if you have a goal or something, you can't be around negative people who will bring you down from that goal. So this is why I say nobody who works a shit job can tell me anything, because if you're working a shitty ass job, you're a fucking lame. You obviously don't have the ability to manage your life. And it's not about you need money. It's about, or you being having to be rich. I'm looking at it from a perspective, the fact that you have that many desires where you feel you need. I know homeless people when I was in California. I knew homeless people who were homeless for years. They didn't give a fuck about this. They didn't give a fuck about being homeless. They were happy being homeless. They were able to scrounge and make ends meet. Why can't you be like that? Because you have a desire to want needs met, to have your needs met. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and do that. But at the same time, when I see somebody who works at McDonald's for 10 years, I look at you worse than somebody who was homeless for 10 years. Because at least if you worked at McDonald's, at least eventually get to a stage where you got able to get on, you were able to get something from it. But at the same time, I'm just saying this out of like, because I don't give a fuck what people do with their life, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one who has to clock in. They do. I'm not like somebody who forced to do, like, you're the one who has to experience that pain on your own. So I don't give a fuck. If anything, I like people working 9 to 5, because when I go to Walmart and when I steal something, the people who work at Walmart, they're paying for my stuff. Remember I said yesterday, I love people who work a 9 to 5. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to shoplift and steal all the shit I did. I haven't paid for chicken breast. That's all I really eat nowadays, chicken breast, and then I'll have like rice or potatoes or some shit organic. I haven't paid for that shit ever. So when I go to Whole Foods and I steal the expensive chicken breast for like $12 a pound of chicken breast, I don't get the cheap shit. I don't get non-organic because I'm not paying for it. You're paying for it because you work there, you fucking bum ass piece of shit. So I can easily go to that store, steal what I need to steal, and I could do it for a series of years, because I've been doing this shit since 2007. So if everyone was doing what I was doing and nobody was working, I wouldn't be able to do that. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to at least afford the TV I have, the fucking PlayStation I fucking bought, that Xbox I bought. I didn't fucking work for that stupid ass shit. Some bum ass piece of shit slave worked for it for me. So fuck you. I like you working. Work a little shitty bum ass job so you can pay for my shit and pay for my $200 controller I got for Black Friday. Well, I got it for $137 because I got a gift card, and even with the gift card, I took money off. I actually got, well, I don't even want to get into that, but I got the gift. I got the controller. I got the fucking the thing, and what else? I got my car. Everything I got, I didn't fucking work for, really. If you really want to get technical, so bitch, you can kiss my ass and keep working. So you're paying for my shit technically. So that's why I say I don't give a fuck. Like when I tell you I don't care what you do in terms of you working a 9 to 5, I'm showing you proof that I don't give a fuck, because it allowed me to get the shit I fucking got. So we're gonna roast some people today. I'm gonna roast that Faustina bitch because I feel like it. We're gonna roast. We're gonna yeah, because anybody, because what I am like, well, I'm not even gonna go into that right now. So I don't mind people like working 9 to 5. Like, I actually like it, because if everyone did the shit I did, I wouldn't. And it got me to it. What this taught me, and what learned, is that most shit in life is valueless. Nothing is valued. The reason why a lot of people value things is because people have to work for it. Most of this shit is not valueless. Like, even the other day, I was cooking some shit and I didn't like the way it tastes. I was able to throw it in the garbage can because I didn't pay for it. Imagine if I would have spent like $60 on all the ingredients, because what did I make? I made some, like, it was some Nigerian shit, but then I made it wrong. So I just threw that shit in the garbage can. Imagine if I would have wasted my money. I would have been hella mad, stressed. Oh, I lost $60 from all these, but I stole all the ingredients because I don't give a fuck. And no, I'm not telling people how I do my shit, because I'm not going to expose anything on here to, you don't want to tell. I don't want nobody doing what I'm doing, because eventually I won't be able to do it no more. So no, I'm not telling anybody shit on how I do what I do. That's a fact. So, but like I would have been stressed out if I didn't throw that shit, if I threw that shit away and I paid for it, but I didn't pay for it. So you see what I'm saying? So this is why I say, like, when you're working for shit, it gives you a sense of value. It gives you a sense of you actually thinking that this material item is actually worth something, but it really isn't, because none of this shit is worth anything. And it's even to the point right now where, like, I'm not saying like everything lasts forever, because I don't even, I'm even surprised, like, this long. I was, well, like, I was like, well, I don't even want to get into, because I gotta pick and choose what I say on here. But yeah, I don't want to say. So hold on, let me just. This bitch said Jesus Christ stops other gods from coming to you. The universe has more than one. Think about it. Take two to. Yeah. Think, shut the fuck up about Jesus Christ, stupid ass bitch. The fuck you talk about Jesus? I hate Jesus Christ. Don't tell me about Jesus Christ. Yeah, but if you work a 9 to 5 job, you can't tell me shit. A shit one. You can't tell me anything. And in general, like, cause I look at, I'm at a stage right now where I look at people from a perspective, like, if you got kids, if you work a 9 to 5, if you have certain type of things you deal with, there's a 99% chance I don't fuck with you. Like, anytime I see somebody with children, I don't fuck with you. Get the fuck out of my, get out of my lane. You don't even need to be talking to me, because you're already locked into the system. If you work at 9 to 5, you don't even need to be talking to me unless you're about to give me some fucking money or something, because you're already locked into the system. I don't like, I hate most people in this world. Like, most people are just straight scumbags and pieces of shit. And if you have, like I said, if you have a problem with anything I'm saying on this page, just don't even be on my page no more. Like, you got motherfuckers that will like sit there and like expect you to like not make videos about what you're saying. And like, nigga, the fuck is you? Like, I make videos because, like, they'll be like, oh, you're just projecting, or you're this. Okay, yeah, I am projecting. I'm very angry. I'm very miserable, and I'm projecting. You're correct. You're correct. Okay, so what now? Go back to your miserable fucking life. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if I was miserable, let's just say I'm miserable and angry. Okay, I am miserable. Not even if I was, I am. Because remember, I am. I'm angry, I'm miserable. Okay, then what now? So you got to look at it from that perspective. Like, you got weird ass motherfucking people out here that will like say certain shit. So you guys got to keep in mind, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's like, it's weird. Like, then what now? Even if somebody's miserable, angry, you can eventually get out of being miserable and angry. It's not like you're somebody with a fucking amputated leg. You can never get a leg back. It's not like you're somebody who's a fucking retard. You can never not be a retard. Your brain is fucked up because you got your brain shot the fuck up, and half your brain or frontal lobe is gone. You can't grow that back. You're retarded forever. Okay, if somebody's miserable and angry and they're self-projecting, you can not be a person who self-projects and not be angry. Especially me, I'm intelligent. So let's just say I was negative and somebody was positive and they said I'm negative. I can be positive and do the work to be positive. But the thing is, when I do the work and I'm positive, I'm gonna be even better than you, because you were positive before me. But once I become positive, I'm gonna be even more positive than you, because I'm already intelligent when I'm negative. So if I'm intelligent when I'm negative, when I'm not negative and I'm not in self-projection, I'll be even more intelligent than you, because I'm already intelligent than you at a low point. Because my low is most niggas' highs. The fuck? Like, you'll see this stupid, like a broke ass nigga that works at a retail store or fucking whatever they work at, and then they'll call a celebrity broke. Oh, this celebrity's going broke. But bitch, his broke is your rich. So how the fuck are you gonna talk about a celebrity going broke if you have to work at a fucking shitty job and they're still a celebrity? So even if they're broken, they got canceled from making a TV show. I'm sure they got ways to make money. I'm sure they got money saved up, and they're in a position where they have assets they can sell. So they're broke is you're rich. You're intelligent. My low is you're intelligent. So it's like, shit is retarded. But like, everyone's fucking retarded. If you work a shit job, you can't tell me anything. You just gotta, like, it's just weird, man. Just hella weird. Cause like I'm hella, like, I don't know what it is, but like, I'm just hella intelligent. Where like, when I make videos, like, it's hard for me to make a video and not rant about some intellectual shit. Like, it's hard. Like, I try to make a video where I just say it's roasting, but then you guys watch my video, I'll probably roast, and then I just be on some deep shit. because I can't help but to just find the decipher everything. That's just how it is for me. Like it's hard for me to stay just talking about dumb, stupid shit. I can't just start talking about something that hasn't to do with anything deep. Even if it's something mundane, I have to go deep in it. Like it's just weird. That's just me. I have to go deep in everything that I talk about. So it's just I don't know. Because when I tell you guys like YouTube is becoming lame and all this shit, like that doesn't take away the fact that I'm not gonna be on YouTube. Like I'm still gonna be on YouTube making my fucking videos because I like doing this shit. I like talking shit and fucking doing lives. At least right at this point in my life, I do. Maybe a few months later, I'd be like, this shit is lame. But I like doing it. And I'm gonna start going live every fucking day from now on. Well, until I don't feel like it no more. But as far as right now, I'm gonna start going live every day. Because right now we're just in a time where I'm just gonna start fucking doing what I gotta do. But what I feel like doing. Well, we're gonna roast this bitch. And a shout out to my nigga Jay Vass. He said something about I seen one of your videos. You said something about like you had your money in a retirement account or some shit. Yeah, don't ever put your money in a retirement account. That's the stupidest thing. Well, not saying you're stupid because I know they made you do it, but that's one of the dumbest shit to do. You never put your money in a retirement account. If you ever have it in the account, take that shit out. And you said something like they're gonna charge you 10% to take your money out. Let them charge you 10%. If you have your money in a retirement account and they said in order to get it out, you have to pay. Let them take whatever they have to take and get that out and be done with those people. Don't because that's the trap. They get you. Oh, keep the money in the retirement account. This, and that, and then you keep it in there, and then pretty soon you don't. The money's gone because if it's in a retirement account, that means that money can be gone because most of the time those retirement companies they invest your money without telling you. And so your money, I remember this one nigga had his retirement money in his account and his money was gone because the economy crashed like in '08 or some shit. Like they invest your money, and if the investment goes fucking bunk, then you're done. Your money's missing. So I wouldn't even deal with that shit. And even if they say your money's safe and it's not being invested, I still wouldn't even deal with those niggas because by the time you get your money, you're gonna probably be like what 60. You gotta be like I don't know what it is because I don't deal with that shit. But maybe obviously you're not gonna be able to get your money until you retire, until you get to a certain age, or they're gonna tax you. So to get your money out when they don't tax you is gonna probably take you like till you get to a certain age, let's say retirement age, and by that time inflation's gonna kick in, all this other bullshit, and your money's not going to even be worth what it is. Like, you just say you get your money in like 20 years. The money you get then, in terms of value, because of the inflation and how much price of goods are, it's going to actually be the same amount or probably less than if you took it out now. And then they took 10% as a fee for taking it out early. So if I was you, I would just take that money out, let them take whatever fees and be done with them bastards and be like, okay, you got the money, do whatever, like take whatever you can, give me my fucking money, and then cuss that bitch out, hang up the phone and be done with them and never deal with them. Because they do that so they can keep your money in, and then they make interest on your money. So if you put like whatever much money, they make interest on that money and they collect the interest. So they're making money off that shit. Don't let them like I was like, give me the money. That's why they have to tax you the money because the money that you take, they're gonna make interest off of it. And they're not able to make interest off of it when you take it out. So that's why they have to charge you a tax. Oh, we gotta charge you 10% to take the money out. So don't even deal with that. Just get your money and say, fuck these niggas. That's why I don't deal with that shit. Shit's really cold. This shit is retarded. I don't even know why they even force people to get retirement accounts. You should be able to sign a waiver and be like, and like they should be able to tell you like we're taking money from your account, this, and that. Like, shit is crazy. I'm gonna roast this stupid fucking weird ass bitch. The stupid bitch that molested her fucking kids. How do you molest your kids, you stupid retarded ass bitch? Like, how do you molest your kids? Like, are you that fucking retarded? And I'm not just lying. Like, she literally did. Like, it's all in the videos. she was with some dude that molested her kids, and then the mom left her with the dude, and then they took the kids away from her because she was in on it. You fucking sicko. Talk about Jesus Christ stops other gods. Look at this fat ass. This is the fat ass kid that got molested. This fat. Let me see the kids in the video. This fat ass nigga. This fat ugly ass fucking spick. This fat ugly ass. You fat dingy ugly eating this nigga. That fat ass don't need ice cream. That fat ass needs to fucking fast, nigga. This fat. Look at this fat fuck. That kid got molested. That's one of her kids that got molested. Bitch, your kid got molested because you a fat. You ain't even fat. I don't know how he's a fat ass and you ain't fat. I think because you do drugs. Because you look like one of them bitches at the shelter that fucking be doing drugs. Those strung out bitches I used to fucking sell my shit to. Sell my shit that not drugs, but shit that I used to get. I used to sell shit to. You used to get your little fucking social security check. You spit it on drugs, and you used to buy shit. That's what you look like, bitch. How you have this fat ass kid eating ice cream in Arizona, nigga? This fat, ugly, dingy ass fucking kid. The fuck out of here, bitch. You let that kid get molested. See, these are the kids that got molested. She can't see these kids no more because she got them molested. Stupid ass bitch. That's why your mother fucking. That's why you don't give a fuck about your mother, because your mother was responsible. You said it in your video that your mother was responsible for fucking your kids being molested, and this is why. You stupid ass bitch. I'm about to roast this bitch because that's what you get for coming on my channel and leaving that comment. Nobody told your ass to come over here. Even Jay, you went on Jay Vass's video and you were clowning him, or you said something about him. I remember it was like a year ago you said something, because this bitch has been on my channel for at least over 2 years. I just never said nothing because I didn't want to make my channel that, but I realized I don't give a fuck about this channel. I don't give a fuck about YouTube, and I don't give a fuck what you niggas think about me. So I'm gonna expose this bitch. I just didn't expose it because I actually thought that my perception of people on YouTube and how they looked at me and correlated to this channel was actually something important. And I'm realizing that, well, I've realized that it isn't important. So, like, I don't give a fuck. If you don't like my channel, you can fucking leave. If you think, oh, this is not spiritual, this is not, well, I don't give a fuck, bitch. YouTube's not paying me. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to prove shit to any of you motherfuckers. You can look at me how the fuck you want to look at me. And, like, and it's like, we'll not even go into that. Retarded ass bitch. Look at this bitch.
Schoolie and Dodosh, and those are the two girls that were related to the Vegas shooting.
So everything she talked about in her videos is about human trafficking, girls getting shot, kids getting this, the government, the school district, and like she's delusional. She has a mental illness. So it's nothing that she says has any validity. This is why one of the reasons her kids got taken, because she's not mentally sane in the brain, and then the mother had dropped her kids off and got the kids molested and a bunch of other shit. And she feeds her fat ass kid before they took his ass away too much fucking ice cream. And that nigga needs to go on a fucking 50-day fast to lose that fucking weight. But that won't happen. So he probably got pre-diabetes with his fat, stinking ass. That nigga needs to fucking go to boot camp. Fucking retarded ass bitch. Hold on.
No. And then, when I was in Anderson Elementary School, when I was volunteering, I was so pissed when I moved to that school.
See,
the reason why I moved.
They fired her from the school, so she used to work in a school district and volunteer. She can't even volunteer around kids no more. That's why her ass is working construction. Guys, I seen your bum ass in a fucking safety vest, you stupid, dumbass, retarded bitch. I seen your stupid ass in a fucking safety vest So you're obviously working at some temp agency job, bitch. And I'm surprised you even fucking living in fucking wherever the fuck you live at, because the houses out where she live at is expensive. So she must be getting some type of retard check or something. Like, because this bitch is a full retard. Like, you can't even see your kids. So that means something is not stable in your life. And if you're able to live where you're living, because those apartments are expensive out there. If you're able to live where you're living, you must be on government assistance, or you must be really fucked up getting a retard check. And the reason your kids are taken away isn't because of financial stability, it's because of mental stability. Because how the fuck are you living in those expensive ass places where you're living? And it ain't like the apartment's nice. She lives in a shitty, ugly ass apartment. But in California, in order to get a decent or nice looking apartment, you're paying like $4,000 a month in most areas. To get a shitty hole in the wall 1980s furnished looking apartment, you're paying like $2,500 a month, because that's how expensive it is over there, because they know everybody wants to live over there, so they up the price and shit over there. So the bitch lives in an expensive place, but the place looks like a dump. So that don't mean that she like the place looks good. That's not no, oh, the place is just the bitch living in an expensive area. So that's what it is. Hold on, let's see.
The reason why I moved to that school, because my kids were in Mears Elementary School.
They were. You don't have them anymore.
Janitor, Tim Green hit my son Colin on the arm.
Okay, he hit your son because you're a stupid ass bitch, and your son probably was a stupid ass fat ass kid who fucking needed to get his head slapped the fuck around. Like, if a kid came not acting right, I'm gonna go upside his fucking head. Like, plain and simple. And then if the parents want something, I'll go at the fucking parents. The fuck? Like, that's simple fucking mathematics. That's why you got to be careful in this system, because they want you to be in jail. They want you to be in jail. This is why you can't deal with certain people. Like that teacher, when he went upside that kid's head, he probably got in trouble, because what they'll do is do something to make you retaliate. And then they'll be like, oh, you got to retaliate. And then when you retaliate, you go to jail. Then they'll get somebody who's like 500 pounds of muscle to try to say something to you. And then you're like, okay, I can't fight this thing because he's 500 pounds of fucking meathead. So I got to go get my strap and I got to fucking pull a bullet in his fucking head. And then when you do that, now you go to jail. But then if you sit there and let the 500-pound meathead fight you and beat you the fuck up because he's like 500 pounds of meathead, then somehow it's okay. But then if you get a gun and shoot him in the fucking ass, oh, you go to. So this is why you got to be careful, because this is how a lot of people get killed. Like when you watch the news and you watch certain shit and they said this person killed his girlfriend, this person killed this person. The reason that happened is because they don't tell you the whole story. They'll say, oh, this guy killed his girlfriend and threw her body in the river, which I'm not saying is right, but they don't tell you the time where the girl probably slept with the guy and then was bragging about it and then was talking shit about the guy's mother, and the guy's mother passed away. They don't tell you that. So that made him go out, and there's situations that happened, but the news has to leave that out. So when I hear stories like that, I don't feel sorry. Because I don't know. I don't take any sides, because you don't know. Some people are warranted, because you only attract what you get in this reality. So if a bitch got her head cut off and she went missing and she's in a dumpster, she had to do something to attract that. And we already know how most bitches are narcissists. Most bitches have issues and they like to play mind games. And sometimes a bitch may play mind games with the wrong nigga who don't got nothing to lose. And then now this nigga's in jail, and then now he's on fucking Channel 5, and then they say, oh, he's a demon, he's a monster, which I'm not saying he isn't. But at the same time, it's like, what did the female do to incite the situation? You got to always look at it from that perspective. So when this fucking bitch's kid went upside, got hit upside his fucking head, she's like, she's blaming the teacher for it. Oh, the teacher hit him on the arm. The nigga with the fat ass kid was probably running his fucking mouth just like your stupid ass on here. Because you already said that he got fucking molested. So if he got molested, he has mental illness. He got issues. He got problems and shit. You see what I'm saying? So he probably has some type of trauma due to that shit. So therefore, he was talking a certain way to the teacher. The teacher probably had his own trauma, went upside his fucking head. Bunch of fucked up ass people all around, including your stupid ass. And why the fuck weren't your kids in private school, bitch? Why don't you go put them in private school? You too cheap to put them in private school?
And I'll take a lie detector test and I'll put me fucking to sleep and get that memory out of my head, and I will. There you go. And my son too. Put my son to sleep, and he will get the memory right there because it's right there. It's brain. It's blocked. And what he was fucking doing every time we would fucking walk to school, he knew he was watching us, and he would start whistling. He would leave my kids sitting, or we would be the first in line. We'd be first in line, and he would have my kids wait last.
Because your kids ain't shit. Ain't nobody fucking with your kids, bitch. You ain't even fucking with your kid. You can't even get them back in your life, you retard. So obviously, no one gives a fuck about them little bastards. You stupid, retarded ass bitch with that fucking mole on your fucking face. I'm about to go off on your retarded ass. We'll go watch it. Let me skip around. See what the fuck else you got to say.
I can't explain it. I can't fucking explain
it. Look at her jacket. It says 187. And then
but they're watching me.
187, and she said it says fuck family. Aren't your kids your family, you stupid ass bitch? Yet you said fuck family. You says 187. This bitch, look at blood handprints. You see how crazy this bitch is? And I'm a Pisces, so everything that I do, it's warranted. I don't do nothing to no one that's not warranted because I have high intuition. So when I have a feeling of somebody, I automatically don't fuck with that motherfucker. Plain and simple. Like when I have a feeling, and you don't have to agree with me or not, I don't give a fuck because I'm the one living my life. So I'm gonna make decisions what's right for me. You're not in my fucking vessel. You're not next to me. So you don't have to put up with the decisions that I don't make that can affect me. So don't worry what the fuck I do. So I can tell this bitch, she deserves the fucking smoke. She deserves the smoke. I'm hella intuitive when it comes to this fucking shit. There was a bitch ass nigga that was on my live streams throughout last year and the beginning of this year. The bitch ass nigga, you don't see this, I'm not naming no name, but the bitch ass nigga don't come on my live no more, was good. And I had dreams of before when me and this bitch ass nigga was cool. I had dreams that we were arguing and fighting and shit, but I just thought of it was a weird dream. It's a weird dream. It's a weird dream. I just pushed it off, but no, everything matters. So even now, I've learned because now I've had situations, same dreams of other people like that, and I stopped fucking with them. Like in my personal life, dreams where I stopped fucking with them for no reason. I ghosted them because I don't want to be put in a situation where I'm gonna end up in jail. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm capable of to a certain degree. Because I remember when I went to jail back in 2015, I didn't want to, I went to jail and I was like scared. I didn't want to get into a fight. And I was actually scared. I'm just going to mind my business. And I was like, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to mind my business. And I remember I went to jail and somebody pissed me the fuck off. And then I did some shit that it could have got me fucked up. Like not just like the person, but the whole jail, if they knew what I did, because I stole some shit from one of the inmates. It was hellish shit I stole. It was like it was a fucking MP3 player and candy, and I ended up throwing the MP3 player out because if they see me with it, it would have been not. I'm not tripping about the jail and my punishment like they would have put me in solitary for stealing. It's the whole jail was like, who the fuck did this? If we find out who did this, and it was like the whole jail was like, so if they knew it would have been bad for me, I would have got jumped in there. So, and I didn't even plan on minding my business, but then I realized when you go in that situation, when you're in jail, you can't mind your business really, and you can't. They say you gotta, if you want respect, you gotta show respect. If you're in jail, mind your business and be respectful. That's not how it works in jail. Sometimes you have to be disrespectful because somebody disrespected you. Sometimes you can't mind your business because if you mind your business too much, minding your business is actually not minding your business. In certain, like jail is not what the fuck they tell you. Go in there, mind your business, go in there, shut the fuck up, nigga. Depending on the person and who you are, it depends on the situation. Sometimes you can't mind your business, sometimes you can't do this. So you just gotta go in there and hope for that your energy isn't in a certain frequency where you're gonna attract negativity. So that made me realize, I don't know. So this is why I say, like, be careful because motherfuckers, they want you to go in jail. They want you to go to jail. Motherfuckers will do shit. And then when you take it to 100, it's a problem. It's a problem. Oh, you did that, nigga, shut the fuck up.
I know, right? If only we can be with our kids and do the same thing. Wouldn't this be a amazing picnic? But no, you must be doing something dirty behind my back and then watching me to see if I'll catch up with you.
Okay, shut up, bitch. You're not talking about nothing. Shit is crazy. That fat ass, ugly ass fucking nigga looks like a fucking female. Like a dyke. Look at this bitch in a safety suit. In a safety suit. Bitch eating Burger King. You're eating. I can't even deal with you. You're eating Burger King, bitch. You're retarded. You're eating fucking Burger King, you fucking idiot. You're eating fucking Burger King. This bitch is eating burger. Get the fuck out of here. And you got a fucking construction. You working a fucking shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. What else? I'm gonna go see. What else can we roast? What else can we roast? I try to keep it on people that only says something to me, but that's right now. Depending on my life situation, if certain things happen in my life that get me to a point where I just say fuck it, then I'm gonna start roasting people who didn't say shit about me. Everybody could get this fucking smoke for me. It's just right now. I'm in a good mood right now. I'm in a good mood, but unless something happened that make me not in a good mood, then I'm gonna just everybody's gonna get this smoke. But right now, I'm in my sane mind right now. I'm not on that level as of right now. So just fucking crazy. What else am I gonna see? Okay, this dude's fucking funny, man. Okay, I don't even know if I even want to do this motherfucker because his channel's boring as fuck. He don't do shit but just beg for money. But this motherfucker, like, he has like some type of. I'll go into that in another video. I don't want to do that shit. And they say whistleblower. Yeah, but I'm done, man. Everyone's fucking retarded in this world. If you don't think like me, or if you don't think similar, you're fucking retarded. Like, I don't give a fuck if you find that offensive, or you're fucking retarded if you don't think like me. You're fucking retarded. I remember some motherfucker yesterday. It was a couple days ago. Some motherfuckers all like telling me, it's 10 o'clock. You should go to bed, because he said some shit, right? And I responded, and then this nigga was like, he said something on my comment, and then I responded, and he's like, it's 10 o'clock. You should go to bed. And I'm like, you see how people self, because like, I'm like, 10 o'clock? Who the fuck goes to bed at 10 o'clock? Like, nigga, like, what are you? You're either a kid or you're a miserable ass adult. Because having to go to work in the morning, or like, who the fuck goes to bed at 10? Because I'm thinking, like, who the fuck goes to bed at 10? And it just made me realize, like, it kind of like made me just realize, like, most people are just going through their own shit, and they project, like, why would you tell me to go to bed at 10 o'clock? Like, it's 10 o'clock. Shouldn't you be in bed? And I know it's not a kid with a curfew, but it's a grown man. And I'm like, why are you telling me that? And it's like, bitch, if it's 10 o'clock, why the fuck are you commenting? You're still awake. But I'm like, who the fuck goes to bed at 10? Because I haven't been to bed at 10 o'clock in like a long time. Unless like I've been like doing, like, I just pass out and then I wake up, and even then, like, I can't sleep for more than like, because I have so much energy, I can't sleep for more than like 2 hours. So I'll go to sleep at 10, I wake up at midnight, and then I go to bed around 6 and then wake up at 8, and then like I'm good for the day. Like I don't sleep that much because I got a lot of energy. But niggas like, you should be in bed. And I'm like, because he was all talking, responding, arguing with me and shit. And like, you should be in bed. I'm like, nigga, it's only 10. He's like, oh, niggas is weird, dude. Yeah, this bitch is retarded. A fat ass kid. Oh, man. And you see how I dropped the link. If anybody want to say anything, if even that other bitch, come in here. If you're in here, I let you on my live last time. Come in here and say what you got to say. Cause I'm gonna air. I let you come in here. I let you say whatever you got to say. The only reason I kicked that other dude out because they were playing some type of hacking my shit where they were making it where I can't mute the guy. He joined my live, right? And you know when people join live streams, you're on StreamYard, you can mute them. I was muting him, but he was unmuting himself. Like I've never seen that happen. If I mute you, you can't unmute yourself. He kept unmuting himself, telling me, "Why are you muting me?" I'm like, you know what? I'm not playing this game no more. That's why I kicked him because I was trying to mute him so I could get my point across because he kept fucking talking over me. And then I muted him and he was unmuting himself. And I'm like, how the fuck is that happening? Or was I doing it wrong? Because there's only one mute button. So how the fuck was he able to unmute himself? I don't get it. So I just kicked him at that point. That's why like my mute button is gonna be just kicking your ass because I don't know why they're not letting me mute. That's just fucking retarded, dude. Like you should at least allow me to let somebody mute. That's the only reason I kicked him because I don't even like to just kick people. I like to let people, but they weren't allowing me to mute him so I can say what I gotta say, and I'm not gonna keep talking over motherfuckers. So I always leave the link if anybody wants to join. If you have anything wrong that I said, you can come and join the link. Because everyone knows like what I'm saying is real. Like I don't nothing I say is bullshit. Everything I say is warranted. Because everything I say, it's correct. Because like I said, people will say this is your own personal channel, and what you're saying it pertains to you. People will say that like whatever you're saying, it only applies to you because it's your channel. But then when I say something like this video I'm making, grossing this bitch, then somehow what I'm saying is wrong. No, it pertains to me and the people who agree with what I'm saying. And the only way you can agree with what I'm saying is if you click the video and you're watching it in agreement. If you're clicking the video and you don't agree with it, it doesn't pertain to you. So to you, it's wrong. But yet again, you're not paying my bills. You're not paying my rent. So I don't give a fuck if you think something is right or wrong because you're not a factor to my life. You're not out here dismantling the government. You're not out here making changes in the laws to make my life or most people's lives who are in the system easier. You're working a shitty bum ass job, not doing anything. So why in the fuck would I care what you have to say about my shit? Makes no sense. Shit is crazy. Like literally, like everyone. That's why I don't even fuck with motherfuckers. People are literally retarded in this world. Like now I see why I have Saturn in Aries or Saturn in Aquarius because like anytime if it's not about business, if it's not about money, if it's not about something to do with this system, then I can't fucking deal with people. Like I can't deal with motherfuckers if it's nothing to do with this system. I can't deal with you. Like just stay the fuck far away from me. Like, just stay the fuck far away from me. If it's not about money, if it's not about the system, just stay the fuck far away from me. And I hate it. I hate it has to be like that. I don't even want to say it's really like that. It's just this Western world. Because when I deal with people that aren't Western, I don't have this problem. I only have this problem with Western people. Like if I go to Nigeria, it's like it's more chill, relaxed, the vibe, especially Africa. I don't know what it is about Africa. Is like probably the most, like not to say it don't got its issues, but Africa is like I feel more comfortable around people over there. Like I don't know, people in the Western world are just fucking retarded. I haven't been to other third world countries to make a decision about that really. So I can't really say other countries, but I feel like I think it's a Western thing. I feel like when you get out of the Western world, then things start to be a little bit more better, like in terms of dealing with people. At least for me, like I'm saying, because like when I go to Africa, it's like it's more chill. I could just sit there. I could walk down the street and have a conversation with most people, and it doesn't feel awkward, whatever. And I'm thinking it's a Western thing. I don't know about other third world countries because I haven't been there, but I do know the only third world country I've been to, which is Africa, it's chill. So I'm sure when I go to other third world countries, it's the same thing. And even when I deal with other foreigners that are like from these Western countries that aren't Americanized, I'm not talking about the bitch ass nigga who works at 7-Eleven who lived in America his whole life. Like that nigga's already, his brain is already fried. It's already hacked by the program. So I'm not talking about a bitch nigga like that. I'm talking about a nigga who just came fresh off the fucking boat. They're foreigners. They know English. They're more like receptive to really want to conversate. And the ones that aren't, they're the ones who want to be American so bad. That's why I don't really like American people. They're fucking retarded. Western people. It's crazy. Like Western people are just there's something wrong with Western people where it's like I don't know what it is. Like they want to be accepted so bad by this system, but they don't understand like what that entails to be accepted by this system. Like you're like when they say you're selling your soul, you're literally selling your soul. You're selling your essence of who you are. It's a certain mentality. Like there was this black female I seen at Sprouts. And when I seen her, she had a horrible energy. And usually when I see black females, I don't really have like black females. They I don't really have a negative energy per se about black females and other races of female. Like they're technically black females, but I could tell she had a very negative energy. And this was a black female. But then when I was talking to her, she didn't come off as like a female like a black female. She came off as somebody who's black, but like they're programmed by like the system because the system isn't for us. The system isn't for our people. So I'm not even saying I'm black, but I'm talking about people who are like closer to that African. So when I seen this female, I was like, okay, she's been programmed. Her brain has been hacked because American people are fucked up. When you go to other countries that isn't Western, they're not as bad. But and when you do see people in other countries that are fucked up, it's because they want to be American or they're acting American. So this black female, she was acting American. So it was a program within it. So it wasn't to do with the person or the race. It's the mentality. But since most people in America are of a certain race and mentality or whatever, this is where it's a problem. So this is why when I see the way somebody talks, the way somebody looks, I automatically don't deal with them. But at the same time, you got to go deeper into that because about like 3-4% of the time, you may see somebody who kind of talks and acts a certain way, but then this is why you got to you got to dig deeper. You can't just go based upon how they look. Like a few, like probably like 5% of the time, because it can go beyond that. You can see somebody who probably kind of fits this description of somebody who can be cool, but then they end up a bot. But you will never see somebody who fits the description of a bot and they're cool. You will never see that. It's always the other way around. You may see somebody who looks cool, who is a bot, but you'll never see somebody who's a bot who's cool. So when I seen this black bitch, I was like, I could just tell, like she had like a traumatized look to her. Like she looked traumatized and depressed.
like a cracker or some shit. Like, because when you see most white people, they look traumatized, they look angry and upset. Like, and for the most part, when you see like a lot of black people, they look more just like laid back and chill. That's just from my experience. That's one thing I've noticed. Like when I see a lot of like, and this black female, she had like a lot of like trauma and look like she always like on edge and stress, and like you could just tell like she suffers from anxiety, because black people, like we're so-called black people, they don't have the same biology mentally than other races. So this is why black people are able to live in the hood and not have shit and be broke and be under those harsh conditions of the hood and the urban lifestyle. And we have the lowest suicide rates of all races. You go to China, they have the highest suicide rates, but yet all these Chinese people, they work at all these corporate jobs, and they obviously they know how to do math with their toenails, and they know all this extra shit and how to put a fucking Nike Cortez together in under 3 seconds. They know all this shit, but yet they're the highest suicide rates, because it's nothing to do with the system. Not to say they don't have certain systems, but it's the biology. Because remember I told you, like, if the everybody has a deficiency. Black people, the hair gets nappy, so that's kind of like a deficiency. White people, their skin is pale, and they also have they're more susceptible to depression, because remember the sun is supposed to make you more happy and uplifted. This is why the sacral chakra, and this is when they correlate the sacral chakra or the solar plexus, is correlated with the sun, and it's yellow. Happy is considered yellow because the sun is what makes you happy. When it's a sunny day, you're happy. White people get burnt by the sun. Not to say white people aren't happy, but white people are more susceptible to be depressed than any other race. This is why their suicide rates are the highest. And when you're closer to European, like you're like anybody that isn't African, because African is the furthest from European, and then you got the European, so they're more susceptible to that too. But the European, they're the most susceptible. So when I see this black woman, she kind of has showing traits like she's kind of like has depression all the time and is always stressed and shit. And I'm like, the fuck, that's not really our people. That's weird. So you can tell she's very programmed by the system. So that's a very toxic individual. For you to be not of that race and be struggling, that means you had a lot of mental illness programmed into you. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's like, and I'm not, this is not a bash of just white people, because every race has some type of deficiency. That's why black people, like, they can build muscle hella quick. They don't, I don't even work out and I look yoked. Or black people are hella athletic. Like, I'm hella athletic. I could play any sport I did, I was always hella good at. So it's like that is that thing, because it's just within us. And I'm not saying, like, I've seen white people that have been better at me than some fucking sports when I was playing, but that's very rare. And even people like that, they have to work at it and they have to really train harder. It's not like something that comes naturally. So you see what I'm saying? So it just depends. But every race has something. But yeah, I'm gonna roast this bitch a little bit more. I'm gonna see what other videos this bitch had. Don't ever come on my motherfucking page again. That's why I wish a motherfucker come on my page. I'll roast the fuck out of you. They know to stay the fuck away from my page. If you have a page and you're saying something, don't ever mention my name, because I will roast the fucking shit out of you. I'll roast the fucking shit out of you.
Me too. Like, hashtag me too. Rest in peace, Ishmael. I'm sorry too. I am sorry. I tried to. It's difficult.
There's another video. Okay, I know what video to show you. This is a video where she talks about her mother, because her older videos is where she really goes on these crazy, like the ones she met a year ago. Those are the ones she really spazzes the fuck out. There's one video I seen. It was a year ago. Wait, no, right here. Right here. This is one of them. She's crying.
And then she read that the school, like, I had a gun, like the school was saying that. And I go, yeah, I don't have a gun. I'm like, and I never said anything you had a gun.
gun.
Yeah, David Johnson said that. He said that I was gonna shoot up the school. That I was obsessed with Sandy Hook. Why aren't you? Yeah.
She said they accused her for shooting up a school because she was obsessed with Sandy Hook. I don't know why, bitch. Maybe it's because you keep fucking bringing up all of these school shootings and human school trafficking, and you watch too much fucking social media, and you keep bringing what you watch on social media into real life, and people are looking at you like a crazy ass bitch. And you went over the board when you said it was a fucking you were gonna bring a gun to school and keep talking about Sandy Hook around a bunch of kids out of school. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason they fucking were on your ass. You dumbass bitch.
Has this paper attached. He even gave this paper to court and attached, and it looks like I'm a. Damn it! I lost my place on that.
I didn't read anything about you having a gun.
Oh,
I remember the Sandy Hook bit.
That was a Sandy Hook. It's a gun.
But you didn't have
In the gun. I know I don't have it. They don't fucking know that.
Wow.
Now I can't even fucking find it.
Damn it.
And to be honest, I'm not sitting there being like, oh, it's wrong. She had a gun. To be honest, I actually kind of wished you had a gun and you shot that fucking school up and killed them bastards and your ass went to jail, because it would have been a good story for me. I'm just trying to call how crazy you are. That's all I'm trying to expose. Is how crazy you are. I don't give a fuck about you not having a gun or having a gun. And to be honest, I kind of wish you did and you shot that school up and your ass was in jail and you probably killed them fucking little bastards, and hopefully one of them was your kid. I wish that would have happened, but unfortunately it didn't. So don't act like I'm trying to stick up and I'm trying to protect her. I don't give a fuck about these damn kids, bitch. If you ain't my kid, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't wish you harm, but I don't wish you well. I just don't give a fuck. Like, that's the thing about society. They want you to be like, don't wish negativity. I don't wish negativity, but I also don't wish I don't wish you well. Why should I wish you well? Why me not wishing you well is somehow like negative and I'm a hater. It's like, I don't have to wish you well or wish you negative. I just don't give a fuck. But at the same time, this bitch came on my page. So when I said I wish she did bring a gun, it's not over the kids. It's more like this bitch would have been, her ass been in jail and in a mental ward. And that would have been actually better, because you wouldn't have been on my fucking page if you would have actually brought a gun and shot them fucking kids. Your ass would be in jail, not being on my page commenting and trolling, bitch.
Fucking amen. I have all this proof. See what I mean? I have all this proof that I've been abused, but the court wants their money. The court is using this. Man, my kids, I miss them so much. I'm so sick. They're saying that bipolar.
See, bipolar.
There's no such thing as bipolar. There's no such thing as schizophrenia. People just stop fucking.
Bitch, you talk about there's no such thing as bipolar and schizophrenia, and yet you're walking. Shut the fuck up.
Using kids and stop fucking gaslighting them and fucking lying. My scared is that he's taking my boys away from me, that I need them, that I'm gonna see my kids in a coffin, and I don't fucking want that shit. Fuck, I'd rather go before them. I want you to see me in a fucking coffin, though. That's fucking
I don't want to
sure.
see you.
I want you to see me in a coffin because I don't want to see my kids. You want me to see my You want to see your grandkid in a coffin? You want me to see my kid in a coffin? Fuck no.
Why would you see your kid in a coffin?
Are you? Because they're suicidal, Mom.
I don't want to see you in a coffin. I don't want to see them in a coffin.
Then help me get my kids back. I don't need medication.
Tina, I don't know how to get your kids back.
Exactly, because you kidnapped me, because you're a narcissist.
See, she said the mother kidnapped her kids. See, that's what I'm saying. This bitch is crazy. It all leads back what I was saying. She let the kids stay at a fucking place, and that's when the kids got fucking molested and shit. And then now the kids is probably suicidal because they got that shit happening to them because she's a fucking retard. The mother's a retard. The grandmother's a retard. They all retarded. The whole family has nothing but trauma and shit.
Narcissist.
You want to call everybody else a narcissist, but you won't admit that you're a narcissist. That's the only way I'm going to get my kids back if you admit fault here.
Okay, I'm a narcissist.
You kidnap my kids.
I
Yes.
kidnap your kids. I
Yes.
did all that. Okay, I'll
Yes, you kidnapped my kids because my kids don't know you, and they went with you because I was trying to get to know you. I don't even know you.
See, this bitch is retarded. Why would you put this on the internet? You fucking dumbass. Like, people somehow feel like you gotta put your business on the internet. You gotta put your business. Like, why the fuck? I would never put my shit on the internet. You dumb as hell. Like, why would you put this shit on the internet? I don't understand it. Like, people are retarded. Like, I'm looking at it like, if you put something on the internet like this, I have every right to, like, talk about it and then expose you for it, because I'm, in my mind, I'm assuming that you don't care. That's why anytime I see somebody going through something and they're blatantly talking about it, I actually don't give a fuck. Like, I will give money to a person who's rich before I give money to a homeless person who keeps talking about it too much. If you keep talking about a situation that's supposed to be negative, I'm, in my mind, I'm looking at it like you're trying to capitalize off of it, and you're really not going through it. You're just pretending you are and using the situation to your advantage. So this bitch is just trying to capitalize. Hopefully she goes viral from this, but it didn't work out, because why would a normal person isn't gonna put something like this on the internet? They're gonna be dealing with it and then probably never even talk about it. So this fucking, like,
It's racist. You know that, right?
Lauren's prejudiced against everybody.
My cousin Lauren.
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
When she found out that I was doing all this shit, she's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna go with you." I have so much proof. And yet it doesn't matter because I have to file this. I don't understand court shit. I will never understand it because it's not me. It's not for me. It's not meant for me.
Then why the fuck would you go to court? That's why I don't fuck with court. That's why I do shit where I try my best not to go to fucking court, because I don't fuck with court, you stupid ass. Why the fuck would you even go to court? Like, I don't even if they tell me to go to court, I don't go to court unless the situation where they take me in for a warrant and they force me to be in jail until my court date. Otherwise, I'd never fuck with court. The only time I would fuck with court is if I'm gonna do a lawsuit. Like, there's a case that I'm working on right now. Well, it's like a class action, so I'm not even really going to court. But, like, that's as close as I'm gonna get to court, is if I'm gonna sue somebody. I will go to court then. But as far as everything else, I don't go to court. And I try to do shit where I don't end up having to go to court. And if somehow I end up needing to go to court because I got caught, then I don't go to court still. So why the fuck would you go to court and complain about how they run shit? Just don't go, dummy.
Mine, I'm just everywhere. I'm so fucking overwhelmed with this shit because people are fucking lying. No one wants to tell the truth. They're thinking I'm lying, take responsibility. What responsibility do I need to take? I'm taking it right now. I'm doing something about it. And I'm being called I'm bipolar schizophrenia. I'm being forced to be taking medication. I'm being forced to change my book.
Bitch, you need to fucking OD on that medication. That's your dose needs to be fucking the whole bottle. Cause what do you take medication for? You take medication to treat an illness, to treat an ailment. So depending on the ailment is how much dose they're gonna give you. Bitch, you so fucked up, you need the whole bottle. So your dose needs to be that whole bottle, and you need medication. And hopefully, if the medication works in your case, you'll be dead.
Leaves. I just want my kids back. I just want my kids back. They were everything to me.
This bitch is retarded.
Even Jesse, he was abused in school. These teachers used and abused him, and you're not doing anything about it.
See,
you're like, that's a long time
this
ago.
bitch is retarded because she said they were used and abused, but yeah, wouldn't they be in jail? Wouldn't you be suing the school? So I think like her schizophrenia, like she has schizophrenia. Because at the end of the day, how the fuck did they do that to your kid and you don't have them? You stupid ass bitch.
Oh, But what about now? They hurt him so bad, and here they are, don't even fucking care. I just want my dad, that's all. I wish he would come and pick me up.
She sister says that, but bitch, if that nigga was in your life, you probably would say he's a narcissist. Like, bitch, you just want something you can't have because you can't have it. Somehow you think that's how people are retarded in this world. When they can't have something, that's when they want it. But if that thing that they wanted that they don't have were to be in their life for a certain period of time, that thing will be a problem. So she'll probably calling her dad narcissist or whatever. Because bitch, you're not healing. It has nothing to do with anything else. That's why I don't like anybody that honestly I don't deal with, because these bitches are retarded. They'll say, "Oh, I need this, I need that." Anybody that tells me that they need money, I look at you like you don't need money. Stay the fuck far away from me. You're not getting a dime. I'll give a person who has money before I give your stupid ass money. Because anything that somebody's telling me they need, I'm looking at it like, why don't you have it? Why don't you have it if you need it? Yeah, things take process. I get it. It's a process. But why aren't you working on that process? Because if you're working on the process, you wouldn't be in a state of need. And even to the point where if you really needed something, you'll just go and get it by any means, even if it means something negative. But you too much of a stupid bitch to be even in that mindset. So that's why I can't take you serious. Anybody talk about they need something, they need this, I don't fuck with you. Why do you need so much? Why do you need? Like you have a dumbass thing, so oh, I need to have a job working. You don't even got kids, you don't got a family or nothing. And even then, like, who gives a fuck still? Like, all I know is if I have a motherfucking kid in a family and I have something that's important to me spiritually, the kid in the family gonna be put on the back burner. As far as I drop him off at a relative's house, get my shit together. Then once I get my shit together, go get my kids and to be able to take care of them. Not to just say just leave them, but at least let a relative that you trust take care of them. Since you're the most important thing is you. Who the fuck's in this chat? Light worker. I don't know if I want to even see.
Oh, what's up, man?
It was good.
Shit, man. I watched your video yesterday, and
Oh, his show.
hell yeah, live off the system for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been subscribed for like 7 years, bro.
Oh, for real?
Hell yeah. When you was would you like peed in the gas station or some shit like when I first
Oh yeah.
and then
I have to delete. I can't put that. I might. I want to upload that shit again, but I don't know if I will because YouTube probably banned my channel. I did last time I did that. They banned my channel for like a week, so I don't know. I'll probably do it on my other channel.
man. Yeah, and also you used to record NPCs walking like when I
Yeah.
first subscribed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
I might actually get back into doing that shit just for entertainment. I might do that. You just gave me kind of. I might do that.
But yeah, I've noticed with both of us that we definitely have just learned to integrate with the society, as in, not worry about that so much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. If I were to do that, I'd just do it as far as just roasting people. Wouldn't be like out of like it's important. Like I just do it out of just roasting and shit. But yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I was subscribed before I opened my third eye, before I started having visions and out of body experiences and things. So I have to say thank you for that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. How you say you've been subscribed for 7 years?
Yeah, since like 2019, and that was when I opened my eyes and shit like
Okay,
that.
yeah, that was the worst year of my life. 2019. I hated that year. I went through so much shit. That's why I started my fasting and everything.
Same. Yeah, I was on the fast too. I fasted for like what 10 days
That's
without
good.
eating.
Damn, that's a lot. That's good.
Just water,
Yeah, it's good.
It's just like you gotta be able to take pain,
Yeah, you
and
do.
instant gratification, too much of it is really bad for you.
Yeah, it even gets to a point where if you do it for a long period of time, things won't even instantly gratify you. So you're not even doing things for that gratification. You're just doing it just so you can feel that split second. It's not even instant. It's just if you don't do it, you feel pain. Like a drug addict would be like, I don't even get high no more. I just, if I don't do it, I get sick. So they're doing it so they don't feel miserable. So if you keep that instant gratification up, it gets to a point where it don't even hit you that like that no more. You're just doing it just so you don't feel miserable. So that's when you know is you gotta stop it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, all my homies and shit, like, sadly, you know, everybody, you know, there's people like us is like a dime a dozen. So like I say it's NPC behaviors and shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know, a lot.
and it gets worse because there's a lot of people who say they're awake and their third eyes open and they're spiritual and they're not. They're just saying it out of just like a trend. Like no, it gets really deep. Like a lot of people who speak about this awakening and realization of life, they're not even really on that level. So it's smaller than you think. Like it's like I would say it's not even a dime a dozen. It's like a penny every nickel or some shit.
Wow.
Or however much you want to know. That's actually more like a dime every quarter or some shit. It's very small.
Man.
Very small.
Yeah, with that instant gratification, I'm actually just thinking of niggas and weed.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I'm with niggas, yeah, they want to smoke 10 blunts. I'm like, let me smoke and put it out. Like, I don't need this in my system like that. And
yeah,
we can go into, you know, having pure blood and not having toxins in you know, all that stuff. But like, it's you know, and it gets that deep. It gets that deep, and it's like, you know, you ain't put the sacrifices and pain in to get to this level. Like, that's why, you know, that's fake spirituality. You know, you go to, that's why people are the way they are, because they just go to, you know, church on Sunday and don't put no other work in.
Yeah.
They think they can be saved by just doing, you know, that's just, it's lazy.
It's not only that they think they can be saved, because there's some people that I've encountered that they actually think that when you work on yourself, these are some lost Christians that they actually think when you work on yourself, you're actually trying to defy what God has for you. They'd be like, the only thing you need to do is give yourself to Jesus. Eating healthy, losing weight, and better yourself is not a way to get to Jesus. That you're just trying to force the process. Like literally, there's people who think that retarded. Like, because you got to understand, there's different types of Christians. There's the Christian who they believe in God, but they actually want to do the work. So these are people who they're more realists. But then there are those Christians who are like the most damaged Christians. These are people who probably been through so much shit in their life. So they look at Christianity as, if I believe in Jesus, all my pain's gonna go away. So they don't do nothing, and then they just sit here and just believe, and they don't even go to church. They just, oh, I give myself, Jesus is my king, and all this shit. And then there's those type of people. So you gotta look at, there's different types of Christians out there. Like motherfuckers are just really lost. Like,
yeah, and you got to be careful with that Jesus and all that, because these deities, demons, you know, they can shapeshift. They can, you know, there's no, in the 5D and things like that, there's no form. It's imagination and, you know, all these things. So, you know, don't attach yourself to what you're seeing in the spiritual realm and dreams and things like that. Because
I look at everything as just reality. Like everything's reality. Whatever you're doing now is what is. So like the fifth dimension, that's in reality. It's not like a place. I think I look at everything as what, because when you think, you're in a different dimension, because you're thinking a thought, you think of a scenario. It's like it's all correlated to reality. There's no like outside place. So if you focus on what you have to do in yourself, then that's all that really matters. That you're gonna see it play out, and then everything will take care of itself.
Yeah. So do you get any like? Well, I don't know if you want to get that information out, but I'm currently on benefits from the government right now.
Yeah, I get EBT.
Oh, just EBT.
That's all I get. And then even then they said something about they're gonna have to get work requirements. But I do work, but I do like I do my own 1099 work. So, but
Smart.
they still do benefit. They still give me benefits for some reason. I think because they say I don't make that much or whatever. But like they don't. Yeah, they just give. I'm not even gonna question it because I'm surprised they still give me benefits. But I don't even question it.
So back in 2022, I didn't know what Social Security was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't, because I'm not like, I'm just like, I'm like 26, but I was like 24 at the time. I'm not thinking about retirement and shit. A thought form popped in my head. And this is when I first opened my eyes. So I'm getting thought forms from, you know, otherworldly. So I'm like, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I went and applied for schizophrenia and got approved for the shit.
So you said something told you to go apply?
Yes.
Okay, that see that's your spirit looking out for you. So it put you, the reason the spirit, it puts you on that path because it needs you to be able to focus on your goal and mission, and it doesn't need you distracted by working these useless jobs that are going to get you nowhere. Not to say some people is different, but your path, you can't have any of that distraction. Not to say jobs are bad for everyone, but for you. So it allowed you, it probably told you that to get you. So financially, you're able to be, you don't have to waste time on things that don't pertain to what you need to be doing. So what you got to do has nothing to do with having to go work a 9 to 5 at this point, at least. So that's why
Yes.
it told you to go
100%.
apply, and it approved you.
Yeah. And
That's
like,
how it happened with me as well. Not with other things in life. Like I'll do certain other things in life, and I will like, it will work out for me, and it put me in a situation where I didn't have to work a 9 to 5 like that. Like, not to say I'll never have to, or because I don't like, but if like at this point, if I have to work a 9 to 5 ever in my life, it's because I fucked up. So if I, let's just say next year I have to work a 9 to 5, it's not because I'm on my path. It's because I fucked up. I made a mistake. Just like if somebody's in jail, they made a mistake 99% of the time, unless they got lied and set up. But let's just speak for the 99%. If you go to jail, you made a mistake. It's not like you went to jail for a lesson or whatever. You can get a lesson from it, but you made a mistake ultimately. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in jail.
yeah.
So if you ever see me working a 9 to 5, it's because I fucked up. Is that I did something that I wasn't supposed to do, and the spirit was like, all right, I'm gonna take everything away, and then you're gonna have to work a shitty job like all these other miserable people. And then so that's why you want to I always stay on path. So you don't want to go back. It's just like you could be down and you can go up. If you're up, you can go down. So it goes either way. So you always want to like stay on track. That's what happened with Young Pharaoh. Well, Young Pharaoh, I wouldn't even want to say him because Young Pharaoh, his wasn't really authentic. He was given all of that by the system, and he pissed off the wrong person or the right person, and then they took what they gave to him and they ruined him. And since he was like not really, he was kind of in his ego. He allowed it to work a lot more because yeah. So you just gotta be careful. Like when you just always have a purpose and a meaning to everything you're doing in life.
Yeah.
And then have balance too. Have fun with it as well, because you don't. There's a lot of people out here. This is why like I don't really like to deal with people that are like too esoteric and too spiritual. They talking too fucking deep because. Oh, shout out to my nigga having a corrupt system, but because these people that are too deep and they too spiritual, they overthink shit. Like you got motherfuckers go on my page.
Man, I used to do that all the time when I first started.
Yeah, they overthink. They'll be like, oh, you're talking about this. Like how I was roasting that other bitch. They'll be like, oh, who are you roasting this person? You're commentating on YouTube. You said that you talk about YouTubers. It's not good to commentate. And you said people who talk about people. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I said what I said and I do what the fuck I do. Like if you don't take what applies and leave. If I say I don't like people commentating on YouTube, I can start commentating on YouTube talking about hip hop. If I don't fuck with hip hop or any of that dumbass music shit, but I can start talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, talking about celebrities or whatever, and if you don't like it, don't watch my channel and take whatever applies to you. I'm not here to prove shit to anyone. I'm here to just do whatever I feel like doing at the time being. But people, when they watch your channel, they'll get. I know not you, because you've been watching me for 7 years. The longer you've been watching me, the more I fuck with people. When I see people who've been watching me for like a year, 2 years, those are the people I get like side eye to, because it's like these motherfuckers are expecting something because they think I'm supposed to be something that they think I'm supposed to be. But then they forget, like, at the end of the day, when I turn off this camera and I go into DMV and pay my registration, nobody's there with me. When I pay my rent, nobody's there with me. Man. I gotta do my shit. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm fucking grown. Like, if I'm on the street, no one's gonna care about me because I'm a grown ass nigga in my mid-30s. So whatever I make on YouTube, if you don't like what I'm making, you can just fucking leave. I'm not trying to prove shit to you, and I don't want you to prove shit to me, because you proving shit to me is not going to pay my check, and me proving shit to you ain't going to pay your check. We are on our own once this camera's off. So this is why I do whatever the fuck I want to do, but I teach shit, and you can come watch what you want to watch at the time I'm teaching. When I want to go and roast, like I was roasting this bitch, I can go and roast. Like I just balance it, because that's just what I feel like doing. It's not even I balance it, because I'm not even for balance. Sometimes balance means sometimes you don't need to be balanced.
Bro, I got to chime in on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you just said about basically you're doing whatever you want and fuck what everybody else says. And I've noticed dealing with these women, they like to follow the trends. So like, you gotta do what you want to do until you're trending. You might never trend, but it's okay because you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah, you're right, but you can't get too mad at the female, because a female, they supposed to follow a trend. It's just they follow retarded, because if you got your own trend, if you got your own shit, and you had a female, you want her to follow you. That's a female is supposed to be a follower to the man. But the problem is the female is following a bunch of stupid shit, a bunch of stupid niggas. That's the problem. Once you got your situation going, you want the female to follow everything you're doing, because that's you're the one leading, and then she's supposed to support what you got going on. So it's nothing wrong with a female following and being trendy, but we got a bunch of people in these positions, like the government, that they create bullshit trends, they create bullshit things to pay attention to, and the female by default, because the average female they don't know themselves, they don't have no foundation of what is, so they're gonna follow whatever is in front of them, even if it's a stupid nigga or a government and their programs and loving hip hop and just dumb shit. So that's why it's like their energy is directed in the wrong way when it comes to these women. But women, because you don't want a female. I don't even like when I see a female with too much of an opinion and they always thinking that they know. That's a female who's like really masculine and damaged. That's a female who's like going to compete with you, and it's not going to work because the energy isn't synchronized. The masculine and feminine energy isn't flowing in harmony. So it's going to play out in like a friction when you get into a relationship. Most females are supposed to not even really be speaking too much about what they think an opinion is and be actually supporting what's going on, because unless the female's going to actually, the only time I can respect a female and her opinion is if she's going to actually do something, like create a whole fucking building or build a bridge or do something physical. But women are more internal, they're not physical. So unless the female's about to do something to create great change, then you really don't have shit to say really as a female, other than you just supposed to support.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's why I brought them up, because it's like I see more men going through the pain and trying to make changes in their lives, and they're more so, oh, I'm a princess, I don't gotta put that pain in. So I be seeing like more men, just I guess waking up to things.
Yeah, men got this issue too, but you're right, they are waking up. But you gotta look at, like, you'll have people that this is why I was saying the esoteric deep people, because they'll sit there and be like, like you'll have some idiots watch my channel and say I'm self-projecting because I'm always talking about negativity. But then when they say this, they would try to make you believe that they're not negative because they don't talk about it. So it'd be like, okay, I'm not negative. It's like you're negative because you're talking about negativity, but I'm not negative because I don't talk about it. I only call you out on it. So I'm not negative, only you
Right.
are. But it's like, bitch, just because you don't show your eggs doesn't mean you don't have eggs. I can have an egg in my back pocket and be like, I don't have eggs, but the fact is I do in my back pocket. So bitch, you negative too. You just don't say anything to make people believe that you're negative. So you try to act fake positive and I'm good, everything's good, but bitch, you really negative. Don't tell me, especially if you work a fucking horrible, shitty ass job and you can't even do what you like to
Right.
do. Nigga, you're not making nothing. Like, because I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but obviously you seem like you got to prove something because you're talking about how I'm negative and you expect people to think you're not negative because you're calling me negative and you're not speaking negative. Bitch, that doesn't mean you're not negative. You can still be negative. You're just not talking about it, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Like,
exactly.
I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying, like, you got idiots out here that are like that.
And I was going to say, even if you felt any type of negativity, you're doing something about it, even though it might not be the best way, but they're just keeping it bottled in and projecting this fake image.
Yeah, and then people are supposed to be negative. At the end of the day, when you have a battery, you plug a battery into your remote. There's a negative and positive. You need both them motherfuckers to turn on the remote. So negative, positive, you need both of that at the end of the day. Like, I don't know where all this negative is supposed to go. If you have if two men has sex or two women has sex, that's not in harmony. That doesn't make sense. So you need positive and negative. A female positive, a female negative, a man positive. Put those two together, the sex is supposed to, it creates a kid.
That reminds me of that word duality. I haven't heard that word in a while.
Mm-hmm. Duality?
Yeah, like the good and the bad.
Yeah, the good and the bad. Exactly. Like, I don't even like to look at words like that because even though you are right about the duality, I don't even like, because that's some like type of Masonic occult type shit. They like to like make words. Everything's very simple, and I look at everything you can see in real life and you can bring down to reality. All these words they try to say, oh, duality and this and that, which it is right. You are right, but I don't like to use these type of like terms because a lot of them they have all this weird ass baggage to them to make them seem like it's something it's not. And they start going into this weird spirituality of like stuff that really doesn't apply. Then eventually you be thinking some Anunnaki aliens gonna come and save you.
Yeah, and that's why I said,
like,
that's why
weird.
I calmed down on all like that's why I said, like I noticed we both calmed down on all that,
Yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah,
because it's like none of that shit is like, a lot of those are just government programs they put out there to get people lost that are in the spiritual community, because since everybody's leaving Christianity and nobody believes in that dogma, they got to create dogma within the spiritual. So they have Anunnaki, they have all this weird ass alien, these spaceships, these going to the 10th. They even say you're going to the 10th dimension, 11th dimension. Whereas dimensions is we're in all the reality. We're in all the dimension. Like, you were in the 9th dimension, you were in the 8th dimension. Like, it all correlates to this body. Like, this third dimension, this body wouldn't be here without the 9th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 1st, 2nd. All the dimensions, it's connected. It's all one. Like you have a knife kit set, and there's different types. So they got the chef knife, you got the paring knife. All of this knives, but yet without one knife, the knives, it wouldn't be a knife set no more. It's all one. You can't say I'm going to the chef knife, but then say that you're not using the knife set. Like, it's all one. It's connected. It's all like in harmony.
I gotta so like I basically like to like stop overthinking this shit. Like, how I see it, like the spirituality is, I just say I'm gonna go where I'm supposed to go when I die. And by saying that, my heart chakra, being that I'm more lighthearted and things like that, it would just go to a similar environment or a similar,
Your heart chakra means you're being yourself. It had nothing to do with love, and because you can be somebody who loves, like a woman loves somebody who's abusing them. They have a closed heart chakra. The heart chakra has nothing to do with love. It can have, but it's you being yourself authentically. Sometimes you whooping off on somebody's ass who's disrespecting you, that shows you have an open heart chakra in certain situations. Just like you showing you love somebody can show you have a closed heart chakra, because you're allowing them to disrespect you, so you don't love yourself. So love, when they talk about love, That's why I say I don't like these words like duality and love, because they'll you got these dumbass spiritual people say, oh, everything is love and love and love. That's not what it is. It's an energy of you being authentically yourself. They call that love, but authentically yourself can sometimes you having a lot of hate for something, having a hate for being depressed, having a hate for this individual who's in your life. So your hatred is fueling for you to not be around them. You don't hurt them, but you say, I can't deal with you anymore because I hate the way you act. I hate the feelings you invoke in me when I'm around you. I cannot be around you. And then you leave them. So that love heart chakra, when it's closed, it's because you're not yourself and you don't have love for yourself. It has nothing to do with the love, like the romance, and you love this female, you love it. That has nothing to do with that, because you love the wrong person. You could get your ass set up when they shoot you behind your back while you're walking,
Right.
because you love the wrong person and you can't, and you trusted them. So you got to be careful, like that whole. That's why I don't like those terms, because they're so that this English language has a lot of like loose ends and shit, like love. What is love? Like, why love you? Like, some people don't deserve love. Everybody deserves to be their authentic self and be in alignment with self. But you only can get that if you do the work. Nobody can
Right.
give it to you.
Because some people are so bullshit on the inside, they really don't deserve it.
Exactly. They deserve whatever they get. That's why I like to talk a lot of my videos. Like, when you see a person who's always in a constant state of complaining and needing, you got to always ask yourself, what are they doing to fix that? If they're not doing nothing and they're always blaming, this is a negative individual. This is a person who, even if you were to give them what they want, they'll fuck it up. There's this one female that I know, and this bitch will complain how she's homeless, she don't have a house, she don't have this, and she needs her own space. This bitch got a fucking free housing. She ended up losing the free house. She ended up losing the free housing
Damn, that's tough.
in a couple months because she couldn't mind her business. So she kept harassing people and saying people are out to get her at her own apartment. Like, you're in your apartment, mind your business. And then she didn't get kicked out because they played a game and they were mean. That she got kicked out because she couldn't mind her business. So it's like, if you're a negative person, even when you get something that you think is gonna help you, you're gonna sabotage it. This is where the term sabotage comes from. When you sabotage something, it's you get something you think you want, but you're not ready for it. So karmically, you subconsciously sabotage it. So you didn't mean to, but you're so unhealed, you're so fucked up. That's where the whole concept of sabotage comes from. You don't mean to mess it up, but you mess it up because your unhealed trauma is make your mind creates your action. So I'm grateful for this, but your mind is fucked up. So you're gonna do things, and this is where the whole term clumsiness, sabotage. You end up dropping an ice cream when you just bought it because, bitch, you were in a mindset where you weren't balanced, and then you started jittering and moving a certain way. Your mind was in a certain perspective, and then you dropped it. It was a reason. You didn't just drop it because you lost balance. It's all, it gets deeper than that.
Man. And it's like, you can say this is like whatever we talking about is like free game, but for real, it's just reality. And if you're not understanding, you should. Sadly, you're retarded.
Look at life like a book. Life is pretty much the most comprehensive book you can really get is life, because every book you look at, it comes from life. Every art, every picture that you see an artist draw, they get it because they seen it in life. They seen it in existence, whether it be a dream or real life, because it's both existence. They seen it. So you can't put nothing into art. You can't put nothing into a book or into it without you experiencing in the mind, which is reality, or in the mind, which is also reality, in the dream world. You can't just make, so anybody who writes a book, they got it from somewhere. Anybody who draws a picture, they got it from somewhere.
Man, exactly. And it's like, man, things is just people are just so like down here just because we got all these books and shit trying to control them and shit. Like
Yeah.
free their minds, bro. Free the people's minds.
No, I'm not trying to free nobody's mind. I'm trying. I'm trying to only help people who resonate with what I'm saying. I don't try to. I don't care about freeing people's mind. You shouldn't either. You should only want to free your mind. And when you free your mind, be yourself authentically. And 100% of the time, when you do that, you will by default attract people whose minds are free or they want to be free, and the spirit put you in their life to help them. You never go
Yeah.
seeking anyone because
Right.
most people they have if you start trying to put yourself in people's lives and they're not ready, they're going to bring you down because there's people on this world right now. They have to go through certain experiences. Like right now, you're aware of certain things. You're already ahead. There's certain people who have to go through certain breakups. They have to go through certain accidents. They have to go through certain situations where they get beat up, shot, anything negative. They get shit stolen from them. They have to go through that so they can learn. These situations aren't just there because you made a mistake. Yes, they are in some cases, but some cases you need to make a mistake so you can learn. So this is why you don't want to put yourself around just anybody because you could be around somebody who needs to have a lesson of them getting their ass whooped. And until
Right.
they get their ass whooped, they're not going to learn. Their spirit won't learn certain things. So if you're around them, you may be in around that energy, and no matter what you tell them, they're not going to get it because the only way for them to learn is by getting their ass whooped. The only for
Right.
them to learn is by them feeling pain. And so this is why some people they're not ready. So that's never been my mission to wake the people up. I don't care about
Right.
waking them up. It may sound like that, but I'm only talking to people, right? Because even when you say I helped you on your path, you really helped yourself because there's people who watch my page longer than you in the same time as you. And they're not where they didn't make the decision you made. So it was something in you, and I just was able to just guide you to the door. You have to open the door.
Man, yeah. For real, like the journey was fucking crazy, dude. Like just growing up as a Christian and shit, like I just making it like as far as I made it,
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
yeah, it is. Though, how old are you? You like
I'm 26.
26? Okay, for sure. Yeah. So you still got time. You got like you still young too. At least for me, like the way I look at it, anything under like 50, in my opinion, is young. I look at it because we live in such a fucked up society. It's like people look at
Man,
people look at anything that's not a child as old. So when you're not a fucking child, you're old. Niggas like, oh, you're 26, you're old. You're 30 something, you're old. Like, so I guess if you're not a fucking child, going to preschool and eating candy in your bedroom in your blanket, you're somehow an adult. You're somehow too old. Like it don't make sense. No, there's a child, there's of age, and then there's elderly and old. Where's the of age? They don't make sense. That's why you see a lot of dumbass people out here like, oh, I'm old, and then people feel like their life is over, and they're like they're like 28, they feel their life is over. They're at 30, oh, their life is over. That's why people say I look young. It's because how I think. Every year that goes by, my mind because I don't perceive the years as a normal person. People who look younger when they get older, they look at life differently because the mind affects how you age. Somebody who looks fucking 50, who's only like 29, or they're like 30 and they look 50, that's somebody who thinks that they think in a negative perspective. They think, oh, I'm old. Our life is this. They're always stressed out. They always feel like oh, I'm too old. I need to get this before I get 40. They always thinking like that. So it's going to play out in the way they look and in the way they talk. That's why I got a lot of Gen Z that look old as fuck, and they talk hella like they're old, but yet they don't have nothing to like prove that they old. It's weird. You got to like look at it from that perspective.
yeah, and what you said when I said like free minds, I immediately thought what you said. Like, it's not my responsibility because that's taken away from my energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's slowing me down, which could cause a car crash or just like a big event.
Yeah.
Because you're interfering with somebody who possibly will crash out because they're not ready to fuck with
Yeah,
you. Like,
yeah.
and I was gonna say, and I had these experiences, recently, which were big problems because they think it's normal to have chaos, and it's like I'm at peace, and
And it is normal for them to have chaos because once they go through so much chaos, they're gonna eventually get tired of it, and then all that chaos is gonna be a lesson for them to realize that life isn't about chaos. So they need that chaos. Like I was saying, like some people need to go through pain and get their ass whooped by the universe, so they can eventually realize that that's not how it's supposed to be. So
yeah,
in a right, they are kind of right. They do think it is normal for them to have chaos, but that's just their spirit trying to get them to experience chaos. So eventually they'll realize that's not the way. But you got to be a really retarded spirit to have to learn it that hard way. But some people they have to learn it that way,
man,
and it just is what it is.
like before I even was like on stuff like this, I always wanted to do like day trading because I
Mm-hmm.
seen that a 9 to 5 was just you could compare it to like or say it's like chaos, and I always
Yeah,
had a free spirit, so like,
yeah,
and I feel like all these bots filling up the apartment buildings and shit like that. That's why the system is still, rent is still high and shit like that because y'all don't want to shack up and live with other people and shit like that. Y'all want to keep going to your dead end job and keep paying these bills and shit, but you're not
yeah.
realizing that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And if spirit wanted you to, do something like that, you do it with your passions, shit like that.
Mm-hmm. No,
That's what
never
you're
one's
supposed to be
lost.
doing.
Yeah, so it's like that's another reason why a lot of this shit is the way it is. I don't want to, because we got to also remember there is a government. There are people that are doing things to make it to keep making people suffer. So yeah, I like to keep it like I like to say it's more on the side of we have a government because we can't take away the fact we have a retarded, mentally ill government that's making it hard for people. I agree with what you're saying that people need to wake up and they have to work these jobs, but there's also a government that's working overtime 24/7 to make people stay in these jobs. It's not because if that wasn't the case, even if people were a little bit asleep, it wouldn't be this as bad as it is right now. The 99, like I said, 99% of the world's problems are because of a synthetic government. Like it is, if the government didn't exist and these laws and this system didn't exist, 99% of the world's problems would disappear overnight. Because there's no life isn't like that. Life is not complicated. When you see something complicated, when you see an issue, a problem, or a dilemma, it's all synthetic. Look at all the problems that they want you to think is a problem. It's something that's created by the system, the economy, social issues, crime, all of that shit is created by the economy, mental illness. It's not the economy, but it's created. The economy is a problem, but it's not created by the economy. It's created by the system. The system creates the economy. It creates crime. It creates mental illness. It creates division. It creates people having unnecessary desires that they don't fucking need. So therefore, it creates consumerism. So people have to spend money on shit that they don't need because if it wasn't for people buying shit that they don't need, then there won't be as many billionaires, if at all, any billionaires. And the only way they'll get money is through tax money. And even then, the money that you're working for is tax money, all of it really, because they tax all the money you get. Like,
Man, yeah, I'm at this fucking like I don't have to be here because I set it up to where I have enough money to survive. But
are you at
I'm
work right now?
yeah, a little
Oh,
janitorial gig. I don't do
oh,
shit, bro.
okay. I thought you
I
had
be
a store
damn.
just shopping.
Nah, I just be walking around, bro. I don't.
Okay.
I just payroll infringement, bro. Fuck them.
I feel you, man. Yeah, just do what you have to do. Like, I feel you. Yeah, I did janitorial work before, so I know how it is. Like, I've actually done it. I did it for like 2 weeks and shit, but yeah, I did it at a warehouse. It was a big ass warehouse. I had to walk around the whole warehouse, and then I quit. Yeah, I quit because fucking I remember I was working the whole warehouse, and then somebody took a picture because I missed the garbage can. And
Oh,
it was just one garbage can, but it's a big one. And I was the only one doing it. That warehouse was so big, you needed at least 2 or 3 people doing it. But they only had me doing it, so I missed one. And they would have made it. They were making it out like I was just sitting on my ass. So at that point, I was like, "Fuck you!" And no, that didn't get me to say "fuck you." It was that, and then the dude had the audacity to say this whole place has to be dusted. And then he went to like, imagine a warehouse that's like 2 football fields big.
oh, fuck no.
Yeah, and then he was like, this whole place needs to be dusted. He got his finger, he wiped his hand on the little rail. It's like, you see this dust? This whole warehouse needs to be dusted. Once he said that, I was like, okay, I'm never coming back here again. And that was the last job I worked. I never went back. I'm not doing that, because these corporations, you got to look at it from their end. They're paying their employees millions of dollars cumulatively a year for them to work to do labor. So they're gonna want to like get the most out of you. Just like when you buy a console or you buy a bag of chips, you're not gonna eat half the bag of chips and throw it away. You're gonna eat all of the bag, even the crumbs, because you want your money's worth. So a corporation, they're looking at you like money, so they're gonna want to work you. Anytime you this is why they start tripping if you're not there in 5 minutes. Like, oh, you're 5 minutes late. Because if 20,000 workers are 5 minutes late, that adds up in terms of hours of time.
Right.
So they're gonna lose. They equate money with time. So they're gonna lose probably like $100,000 from like 20,000 people taking 5-minute break. So this is why I don't fuck with corporations, because it forces the whole system forces them to look at like a number. It forces you to look at you like a number. So you would think, oh, it's just a big deal. I was just in the bathroom for 2 minutes, or I just take one day off. But you got to look at it like, if you're living in a big corporation like McDonald's and everyone takes a day off, then that's thousands of dollars, or depending on the situation and the job, could be millions of dollars being lost. So like, I don't like to be looked at as a number, because it creates a situation where you always have to perform. If I have to go to a 9 to 5 and I have to, it's one thing if I have to be a biologist, a scientist, a lawyer. You want to perform because what you're doing is important. But if you go to some janitor position, you're flipping burgers, you're doing something like stocking shelves, and they try to make you feel like you need to perform a certain level, and then every day I'm going there, I gotta feel like I have to perform to a certain measure. I'm not doing it. Like, fuck that. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Because as soon as I take off this uniform, y'all don't give a fuck about me. Y'all just pretending while I have that uniform on. So
and then they get upset over at you for not giving a fuck about the corporation. Like, you gotta care. Like, you go to an interview, they'll ask you the dumbest questions. What do you know about the company? If somebody left $1, what would you do? Would you keep the dollar? Would you give it to them? Like, shut the fuck up. You know damn well what I'm gonna say. Even if I'm gonna keep the dollar, why the fuck would I'm gonna tell you so you could not hire me? Like, they ask you dumbass questions, waste your time in these interviews, and it's retarded. Like you already know how I'm gonna say. Like, everybody that says because the interview, I don't even think the interview is about the questions you answer. It's how you answer them, and they get a vibe of what you are. Because you can answer those questions right, but if they don't fuck with you, then they don't fuck with you. Because I remember I used to go to this grocery store, right? And I used to always steal from this grocery store. And there was this black bitch. She worked there, and she was the general manager, and she looked a certain way, and she was just looking at me and was like a fuck. You could tell she was a black Karen. And then I went to another supermarket. It was the same company, and it was in another city, and it was a manager, and she looked just like the manager at the other city. I thought they were the same woman, but it wasn't. So it told me that these corporations, when they hire people, it's not about what you say in your credentials. That's part of it, but it's about how you look. You have to have a certain look, and then they will hire you for the position. If you don't have that look, they won't hire you. Every now and then they may hire a retard or somebody with a missing arm so they don't get sued, because they can't discriminate, but they hire based upon look like 99% of the time.
Man.
So I was like, that's what I realized. So I don't fuck with these jobs really, because it's all bullshit. They waste people's times. And it ain't the reason I don't fuck with the job. I just don't fuck with them because I just prefer not to do that shit. Like, that's just there's no other reason. Like a lot of people expect a reason for certain. Like, I don't have a reason. I just don't like working. It's not that old.
Right.
Like people somehow always think your decisions is because you hate the corporate. Like, I hate the corporation, but the reason I will go and steal something from Walmart isn't because I hate Walmart and I think shit should be free. That's not the reason. It's the reason is because I just don't want to pay for it, because I'd rather spend my money on something better than a candy bar. So I'm gonna steal it. Not because, oh, we shouldn't pay for food and we like that isn't at the end of the day, this is in reality, people do what they're gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and be some type of martyr or rebellious. So I'm doing this to get back at the system. I'm not doing shit to get back at the system. I just go based upon what I feel like doing. I don't feel like
exactly.
I don't feel like paying for something. I don't feel like working a 9 to 5 because I feel it wastes my time and I don't want to do it. So therefore, I'm not going to do it. Not because I'm trying to get back at the system. Fuck the system. No, not to say I like the system, but I'm beyond that. I'm not there no more. Because I have a goal, purpose. So that's where I'm focused on. And you fighting the system, even if you fight it and you win, you're not like, what's the point really? Like, and you're not really winning, because as long as the system is still standing, you're not winning. Really. And I'm not, and it's not even a game to win, because the people who run the system, they already lost. So that's why this is why they have trillions of dollars and they still can't mind their business, and they're still in everybody's faces getting you to pay attention to what they're showing on the news. How could somebody with trillions of dollars of people's money, they have mansions, they have Lamborghinis and yachts, why do they care what I'm doing? Or why do they care that a poor person is able to eat off food stamps and they have to stop food stamps if they got all this money? It's because these are miserable people. They have mental illness and they're miserable and they know that their time is coming. This shows you that money doesn't equate to happiness or any of that, because they're proving you got trillionaires that are working overtime to make poor people not eat by taking food stamps. That right there showed you how miserable and mentally ill these people are, because these people are trillionaires. These people have all this shit they tell you if you have, you're going to be happy, which anybody with half a brain would know that's wrong, because look what they're doing. So there's something else going on. It has nothing to do with money, or they're miserable, mentally ill people.
I'm glad you said that, because that's so stupid. Like, you have so much money and you're worried about this person didn't clock in or this person is on food stamps. Like, why do you care?
Yeah, it's weird. And if America or Western society or the world is so advanced, how are we so advanced in 2026 we're going into? Human beings are worried about food. Like, regardless if you're rich or poor, if your whole day is spent talking about food in terms of like what you're going to eat or what you're not going to eat, whether you can afford it or not, you're fucking a retard. Like, something's wrong with you. Like, that's all you talk about is just what you can eat or what you can't eat. It's one thing if you're trying to be breatharian. Like, I talk about food, but I speak about it for like breatharian and fasting. That's one thing, because you're trying to get rid of those. But if you eat every day and that's all you talk about, like a fat ass person who talks about eating and food, they're on 600-pound life. Look how their life turned out. They fat, they got unhealthy because all they think about is food. A person who's poor, who all they think about is food, they have problems. They can't afford food. So anybody whose main topic is food and what it is, whether you're rich or poor, you have a problem. You have an issue. So that's right there. It don't even matter about the poor people or rich people, which is how is the main topic of a country that's supposed to be the most advanced country in the world, based on what they say, not to say it is, but what they say, how was that a main topic of discussion for the last month and a half when they shut down EBT? That's crazy.
Man.
It's crazy. Shout out to Jay Vaz. I see him in the comments. I'm gonna get to all the comments too. So he said, I'm tired of this hiring process. The world is dumb as fuck. You gotta apply, take long follow up on you, and then you schedule your interview. Once they don't get it, they just leave you. Yeah, waste your time. They think about it. They should at least pay you money for wasting your, like, every interview you get, the employer should at least pay you a $15 fee for wasting your gas. They pay you money when you go to court. You go to the court and remember you get summoned to court and you have to go to like jury duty. That's what they call it. They pay you money if you're there past a certain amount of days or something. If they make you take an interview, they should pay you a fee for wasting your gas, especially if they don't hire you. They don't hire you and they interview, they should at least pay you $15-$20 for gas, for your time you wasted, and all of this shit. Having to fill out the application, because just for them to deny you. Because if they did that, they would watch and see how many people they don't waste their time with. Because they know they're gonna have to pay these people money, if they don't hire you. So they'll probably start hiring more people, or they probably won't even interview you if they already feel that you're not going to get it. They're only going to interview you if they know that they're going to give you the job, so they don't waste their money. It should be illegal to fucking have to interview somebody, and once they interview you, they don't pay you no money for wasting all your time you went going over there. And then not to mention you're applying for jobs, going on Indeed, having people say they apply for 100 jobs just to get denied. Get the fuck out of here! Like, that's a waste of people's time. That's not even respectful of someone's time.
They want to charge us for water and everything else. Shit. So I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, charge them for everything. They should be charged for everything. Yeah. Everything should be charged if it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, and then they try to make it look like they're doing you a favor. Like you gotta that's something I hate about these interviews and jobs, because they will make it look like they need you, like you need them more than they need you. Where there is no, just like I need you, you need me. Because if there was no employees, motherfuckers, this business will be shut down. Nobody will be doing no work. It'll be no productivity. So they try to make it look like we're doing you a favor. We're doing you a favor. They try to act like they have the upper hand in all of it. And if you don't do this, we're gonna fire you. And the reason they can do that is you're expendable. It's easier for them to find another employee than it is for you to find another job. So that's why they do that, which is fucked up.
Yep, that's why I set it up to where, I'm getting money besides the job, and my expenses are low enough to where I could just chill on my phone, do whatever I want, take breaks, because I don't need the job necessarily. I mean, I want extra money, but if it comes down to it, I'm not stressing at all. Shit, I came in when I felt like it today.
Yeah, for real. See, you got that shit on lock. That's how you transmit the energy. That's how you're supposed to do it. So you get an extra money, and if they fire you, let's just say they fire you over some bullshit, you ain't even in a tight position,
right?
Because you already got that shit on lock. That's how it's supposed to be. So that's good. Like, I respect shit like that. Like for real.
Man. Yep, and like, to be honest with you, I'm only here for some pay stubs, to be honest, because they gave me that COLA increase, so the Social Security increase. So I'm like, shit.
Oh, if you work, you get a Social Security increase?
No, they just gave it in general. Like, so it's like I get like $1,100 a month. So I'm like, shit, I could chill at my people's house and not work at all, or I can work 20 hours a week on top of that and get my own crib. So I'm like, shit, I can handle working 15 hours a week, 2 shifts a week, and have my own crib. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going like, I've mentally, accepted that.
Yeah. That's what's up. Did you actually have some type of mental illness for a while? Because I'm surprised they gave it to you, like, especially you being a black kid, and they gave it to you. I'm surprised they even gave it to you, because usually they give it to women, or if you're old, or if you're like some white kid with like autism, then they'll give it. But like, that's why I'm surprised they actually gave it to you.
Well, my peoples made me like, I checked into psych ward like a couple times, and my peoples, even one time, was because I wasn't sleeping right or wasn't eating
that's
good.
why
So it was like the history racked up on it.
Yeah,
to where they couldn't really deny me, because like I had a history. So my homie in prison, he's like, he's getting a felony now because he was scamming like over 100K type thing. And he's like, he tells me, he's like, yeah, I want to get out and get assets. And he said, I want to get benefits too. So I'm like, yeah, I'll help you. So like, and he hasn't hit me up to even help him. So I'm like, I'm trying to help you, but like, I'm not trying to interfere in his path. Yeah, that's gonna mess me up. Because even though he's kind of peaceful, he still be on bull. Like, he's not the best.
At the end of the day, don't even worry about it, because at the end of the day, like like you helping him, that's just you're not gonna most likely get anything out of return out of that. So don't worry about nothing that you're not gonna get a return out of. Like, if you went to go and help him, that's gonna take time out of your day, gas money and time and effort and you. So don't feel like you gotta help them. Like the other day, like I was gonna get this homeless lady. The homeless lady, she asked me for some money, and I was like, I don't have no change on me, and I felt like I was gonna give her something, but I don't have no change on me. And then what happened was I don't know what it is. I was like, oh, you got Cash App? I can send you something. And right when I asked her that, I was like, oh, she's like, yeah, I got Cash. My neighbor got Cash. You can send me the money. And I was gonna send her the money. I was gonna go on my Cash. I gotta put my PIN number. I put the wrong PIN number in like 4 times, and they said you cannot go on your account till tomorrow because you entered it wrong. And as soon as I entered the wrong PIN number and I couldn't go on it, I remembered my PIN number. So I think the spirit made me forget it, because I don't think the spirit,
bro, because it's like when you messing with these people, they make you do like your normal routine is so peaceful, but you messing with these people that you can't even have conversations like these. They will make you do things out of your routine that will mess things up.
Yeah, that's why, like with the female, like she just came and I was gonna give her some money, and like I forgot my PIN number, and I never forget my PIN number, but I remember I had changed it, and it's like, so I was like, okay, this was a spirit now, because I've never ever in my life forgot my PIN number while I was going on my Cash App, but for some reason I forgot it and I messed it up where they said I couldn't log into my account for 24 hours, and then I was like, let me just go home and get the money. And no, I went to the QT to go get cash back, and they said we don't do cash back. So I was gonna go home, and then some told me just don't go back, like because I felt like I had to go back because I told her that. I was like, I just didn't go back because I don't think the spirit didn't want me getting there, because from the QT they didn't do cash back, which every place says cash back, and then I entered my PIN number wrong, and then when I was going home, something in my mind was like, don't go. Like I just kept hearing the word don't. All of a sudden, like I heard the word don't. So that told me, like, I don't know why it didn't want me to give her money, but when I messed up on my PIN number, it did that on purpose, because I never forget any of my PIN number. That was the first time that ever happened to me in years, where I forgot my PIN and I was locked out of my account. So like you got to understand, like some people, like you just can't help, because when you help people, you're doing it out of, not to say you should never help people, but you're doing it out of, you think you're going to get some type of good karma, or it makes you feel better. So those are two things that are very low vibrational. You expecting something and you doing something for pleasure. You don't want to just get high because it feels good. So why would you just give some money to somebody that just feels good? Like, what's the meaning or reasoning behind it?
Yeah, and it's
that's
like
what I learned.
The more you give, the more you lose, because there's not people that would do like me, as in, if you give me $1, I come back and give you 2. People do not do that. They'll give you 25 cents or not even pay you at all. So it's like, why even help?
And it's also like, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. But you're right though. You don't want to just keep it. And it's not even like, oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. You gotta help yourself. You gotta help yourself first. Like if you're not in a position where you're helping yourself, then you're not in a position to help anyone else. If let's just say you're addicted to drugs, and you need to get off drugs for your own health and for your own well-being to get your life on track. If you start donating, saying you're a good person, but you aren't getting off drugs, all of that's for no reason, because you haven't even helped yourself, but you're helping others. So now you're gonna be those people. Why do bad things happen to good people, whereas no bad things happen to people who aren't in alignment to self? So if you're not in alignment to self and you're doing a bunch of good things for people, and then something bad happens to you because you weren't in alignment to self, now you're going to be questioning why do bad things happen to good people. That's why I don't believe in that bad things happen to good people. Not to say bad things. So bad things happen to every fucking body. But when most of the time, bad things that happen to good people are people who really weren't good to themselves. And they were so much focused on external shit. This is why you see all these superhero movies. Like I like to say, because I was playing that Spider-Man game. And it's weird how on one thing you look about Spider-Man, it's so fucked up how like they have the programming, because you got this, like they got this dude, he's a superhero, he's fighting for New York City. He's literally risking his life. He's about to die. He's doing a whole bunch of crime and solving all these things that they're paying detectives and police millions of dollars collectively, the city. But then this nigga's about to get evicted from his apartment. And he gets kicked out of his apartment in the story Spider-Man. And the reason he got kicked out because he couldn't work because he was too busy saving the city. Like, why wouldn't the people who work in the city give him a place and give him money? Why wouldn't he just go in, go rob a trap house or go take down the bad guys at a trap house and take their money and their drugs and then flip it and live off that? Why doesn't he do that? They don't put that in there. So they make you think like, oh, you got to be, oh, I'm saving the city. I have an oath to save the city. But you're not getting shit in return. Like, that's what a superhero is. They don't get shit in return, but yet they saving everyone. And then the villains, they're the ones who have a superpower, but they're trying to do their own thing. And like, the villains aren't even the bad people, because when you look at the villains in the movie, they're trying to get rid of the system. The superheroes work for the good guys. For not the good guys. The superheroes work for the system, the government, the Masons. The villains are trying to destroy that shit. So this is why the villains always lose in all the movies, because that's what it is. It's usually the villains, which is the people they're trying to take over and kill, and they're looked at as like the let's just say like indigenous or people that are against the system or anybody. That's the villain. And then the superheroes is like the government, the police, and they're trying to take over. And then when you look at the superhero, they make them work for free. They don't give shit to the superheroes. The superheroes have to do it. Even when you look at they all have to do their own shit. And then they're working for free, saving people for free. They don't get shit in return. Whereas the villains, they're trying to get their own, they're trying to get their little piece of whatever. And then you got the superheroes trying to put it into that shit. And then they try to make it look like, oh, they're the villains, they're the bad people. It's crazy. It's all like that's something I realized. Like, you even have like the whole like even with like the Spider-Man shit, you had like the Spider-Man, right? And they have the Black Cat, which is the female version. She does what Spider-Man did, but she's like the female version. She's like a thief. She'll be going to like the rich. She goes to like the rich people in there, and she be stealing her shit. That's her whole role. She be stealing their shit, and then the Spider-Man be trying to stop her from doing that, because she was trying to do like a heist, and she would like steal shit. She'll use her superpower to steal from the criminals, and she lives like in a luxurious penthouse. And then Spider-Man's trying to be like, oh, that's not right. I'm gonna have to get you, and that's why he throws her in jail and shit. And it's like it's hella weird. I'm like, nigga, you should be with her. Bonnie and Clyde teaming up, and it's not like she's not stealing from. She be stealing from only criminals. So it's not like she's doing it to like just regular people. She's doing it to criminals. So like, nigga, you stupid. Like, and then they have that program, like this superhero program, like, oh, you're a hero. Like, I'm not no hero for nobody but my motherfucking self. I'm not saying you gotta go hurt nobody, but I'm not. That's why they have those programs. You gotta be a hero. People talk about, oh, he's a hero. No, I'm not no hero, because a hero is somebody who gets fucking the short end of the stick. They sell themselves out. That's stupid.
That's why they say good. I mean, well, they do say good guys finish last.
it is. That is right. Like, I look at it like, what's your definition of a good guy? Like, there's different versions of good. And even if you are any version of good, because you got to look at what's your version of good guy, and what do you consider last place? Sometimes what is considered last place is actually not a bad place to be in. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Those kind of sayings are weird, because if you want to look at the people who made the saying, nice guys finish last, we're gonna say let's just say they're Masons. They think last place is being broke, being somebody who didn't get what they wanted, which that doesn't mean shit. The Masons, they ain't broken, they get what they want, but they're not in first place. Them niggas go through shit and they're gonna get punished. They're getting punished, not going to. They've gotten punished, their ancestors, and currently these people are going karmically through issues and are gonna be going through more, based upon them being in so-called first place, which obviously they can't refute that they're not, because they will say themselves they're in first place because they think they control the people. But where did that come out? It led them to a situation where they're a trillionaire, and they're so insecure that they have to keep making news articles and narratives to keep people paying attention to them. If you got $1 trillion, mind your fucking business and call it quits and go somewhere. Why do you have to keep doing something and you have $1 trillion fucking dollars?
I was just thinking that. I'm like, me and you, we do the type, take $1 million and do some good with it, and don't tell nobody where we got it from type shit. Keep it hidden.
Exactly. Go chill and do your own thing. Because they can't do that because they're miserable. They have mental illness. They can't do that because they have so much, because a lot of their mental illness is not just because of the same, like if a regular person has mental illness, that's because of shit they've been through life. But a lot of the mental illness within these Masons, it stems from like them being cursed by spirits. Like some of their, so I say they can't, some of the shit, a lot of their health issues, a lot of their mental illness, it can't be cured because it's a spiritual curse that is imbued in their soul, that it follows them wherever they go and whatever they do, so they can't get rid of it because it's a deep esoteric curse on their soul and spirit, these Masons. So this is why they don't practice what they preach. They have a million AI videos about shadow work, but yet none of them do shadow work. Otherwise they wouldn't be in a position being a trillionaire, still making fucking news articles and narratives about people dying and kids getting killed. Like the fuck, what the fuck time are you on, nigga? That's not. They don't even practice what they preach when it comes to the Bible. The Bible says that thou should not steal, thou should not kill. Government doesn't do shit but steal and kill. So they don't. It shows you they don't believe in the Bible. Their religion is for them to keep control over people because they don't believe in nothing. They can't believe in nothing because if they believe in something, it will refute everything they do on a daily basis. It's crazy,
man. Yeah, my number one lesson I learned this year is don't depend on, like, don't, like, be 100%, like, make sure you can be independent, like, unless that person has the exact same morals and shit like you, like exact, like, you know, this person's the type to go above and beyond. Don't involve nobody.
Yeah,
all your plans you should be able to sustain yourself.
Yeah, I would say like you're right about that, being independent, but I wouldn't say you don't want to strictly just cut out everyone, like only cut out what's not needed, because I don't want to be that one to promote, because I'm an Aries moon, so I have to keep reiterating this. Like I have to, because I like to be by myself, but I don't really like to fuck with people like that. I have an Aries moon and shit, so I have to always tell, like, it's easier to carry a couch with 4 hands than 2. Always remember that.
Right.
So whatever you're doing, it will always be easier and you'll always be able to go further with another individual, but the other individual has to be in alignment with your purpose. That's the problem. You don't want to just get degenerates. You have to get people in alignment with what you're doing, and you don't want to force anybody to do what you're doing. It has to be something that's natural, so everything works better. You're not trying to force somebody to be something they're not. If you're not what I want, I can't be with you. That's why I wouldn't even date certain females, because I know if I date certain females, I don't want to force anybody. And then if you don't force somebody and you let them be themselves, then that's when a domestic call is going to happen and the police are going to come take my ass to jail because I slapped this bitch inside her head or something. Like, you don't want nothing like that to happen. So this is why a lot of niggas, they get in situations because they're with people they shouldn't be with. And you don't want to, that's something you really don't want to do regardless of anything. So
yeah.
So I don't want to say don't be around, because there's also people out there, women out there, who are good for you, who can help you and be there. Nothing's perfect. I'm not saying you got to find somebody perfect, but at the same time, you can find somebody perfect. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't find no one perfect. You can. Like, that's people who say that, though, that's their situation. That's dumb. Like, you have people say, oh, whatever you're going through, you're self-projecting. Okay, so when you say somebody can't find somebody perfect, that's your own projection. Like, how do you not know somebody did find somebody perfect? Are you in a relationship? Do you know? Like, you can't find somebody perfect. And what is the definition of perfect? You got to ask people. Every time somebody says something, you got to ask them, what is your definition of what you just said? If somebody says you can't find a perfect partner, what's your definition of perfect? Because they have a certain definition in which that's not what you look at perfect as. So you're wrong for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta, but let me see. I'm gonna read some of these comments. He said, this world's dumb as fuck. We Joy break. Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. I said that earlier in my first live stream. You said something. Yeah, because I seen that video you did. And I said that earlier in my video. And I said, like, don't, if I was you, if you're still in the chat, shout out to Jay Bass. If I was you, I said it earlier in my live stream, but I'll say it again since you're in the chat. If I was you, I would take that money out. You said, I think you said that they charge a 10% fee. They charge a 10% fee.
Yeah.
If I was you, just let them eat that fee. Let them take the fee and take all your money out. Because if they say you got to keep your money until you retire, or I don't know how long, the amount of money you're going to get due to inflation and other shit, you'll probably end up getting less money in terms of value if you wait to take it out. By the time inflation and the price of goods and rent, all that goes up, compared to if you just let them take out 10%.
Oh, okay.
I look at it like, take your money out and be done with these people, and be like, okay, you put it in there, like, just be done with them. Oh, I think dude left. All right, then he probably have to go. Probably the boss was like, you got to shout out to Lightworker. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Lightworker. But if I was you, man, like, I don't know, do whatever you feel is necessary. But if that was my money, I would take the money, and whatever fee they're gonna impose for me taking my money, I'd be like, take whatever you gotta take, and so I can be done with you. And now you learn your lesson to never get a retirement account. So your next job you get, tell them, do not put my money in a retirement account in, because you don't want to. I wouldn't even want to deal with that shit. That retirement shit is a scam, because they be investing people's retirement money, and when the economy collapses and it crashes like it normally does every like 8 to 10 years, because they have a system and how it's supposed to do that, because people make money during economy crashes, and when they get up, then your money's not going to be there no more. My brother told me he was working at the airport one day, and one of his coworkers said he lost like $10,000 in his retirement account, and this was the 2008 financial crisis that happened. So I'm not sure if they're investing your money in that account, but they do invest people's money in these retirement accounts. And if the shit hits the fan, then your money's gonna be gone, and then you can't get it back. Some billionaire got your money. That's what they do. That's why I would not put my money in no retirement. Because what the fuck is a retirement account? The only people I feel who should be having a retirement account are people who, and even then, like, rich people put their money in trust funds. They have certain trusts, and they have certain ways they manage their money where none of that shit happens. Why, if you're worried about your security, because retirement is when an individual is worrying about their security, financial security for when they get older. If you're that worried about your financial security, you should be focused on a creative gift and a creative idea to implement, so you can profit and get make that into a sustainable source of income. So have a gift, an idea, and sell it and make money from that. So that should be your main goal, not trying to work at a shitty job, putting your little chips away just for, because eventually if something happens, you're going to need that money, whether it be a car needs to be fixed, you need to pay rent, you're going to need the money. So why in the fuck would you put it in there? Only people who should be really dealing with retirement accounts are people who got money like that. Like you making $300K a year, $200K a year, and you could easily put money aside and you still have money to live. If you're struggling working at McDonald's, why would you put that money in a retirement account? I don't get it. Like, that's why I say, because even if you were to save up, you can't even retire off 100K. Let's just say you retire at 70 or 60. 100K is not even enough, depending on certain situations. It's not even enough money. So that's why it's kind of stupid how they have that, because how much are you really going to save by then? And that's if you work your whole life. Imagine you take dips and phases where you're not working or whatever. Like, I don't. If I was you, I'll take that money out. If that was my money, I'll just take that money out. And whatever fee they want to impose, I just say, take it and let me be done with your bitch ass. I remember working. You can't make one simple mistake and they try to shame you, humiliate you, and be angry at you over one. Yeah, and then you could be doing something good, and positive and working hard, but then you make one mistake, then they want to slip up and like try to because what they want to do is they want to force you to be who. Like, this is why you never want to be fake with anyone and be real, because when you're real with somebody, when you're fake with somebody in the beginning, then when you try to be yourself, then they get more upset because they want to they use it as a tactic to keep you as the person they seen you. So when you start not being that person, like you come in a hard worker and you're overextending yourself, then once you just take a little extra 2-minute break, then they want to use a tactic to try to scare you to be a hard worker again. Oh, what are you doing? Because they had an expectation. That's why I don't deal with that expectation shit. That's why you want to be real with people. But sometimes if you come off as fake, or because you want to hold that job, you got to be prepared for that bullshit that what they do when they try to. That's why I can't deal with these stupid ass jobs. Like I won't. I'm not saying I can't. I could, because I'm not like retarded. I could deal with it and I can like perform, but I just don't want to do it. Because it's not like when I say I can't do it, there's nothing I can't do. I'm very versatile. I'm intelligent. I'm like one of the smartest people in the world. So I can do whatever the fuck I want to do if I need to do it. It's just I don't want to put my energy into that. That's why like it's hard to date, because nowadays with female, because you got to act fake. You got to perform. You got to like be something you're not in order. Unless you're a degenerate ass man, it's going to be hard to get women other than just fucking them, because if you want a relationship, you got to be fake. You got to put on a facade. You got to care about things you don't care about. Like I don't care about certain things, and I can't. It's hard to force myself to care. I don't even force myself to care anymore, because even me pretending, it eats at me inside, and it will turn me into something negative. So I could fake being something, but eventually when I lash out, it's gonna come in full force, because it's gonna come out worse than if I just honest from the get-go. That's why you don't want to hold anything in. Because like when you hold a lot of anger in, like when you're younger, then when you get older, it like retaliates. Because like that's like a lot of my issue. Like I had a lot of anger that I repressed because I have a Mars conjunct Saturn. So Mars conjunct Saturn, I can either repress my anger or it comes out full force. Like a lot of like dictators and people like not, I don't know, Hitler, but it was a dictator. A lot of dictators I see, they have a Mars conjunct Saturn placement. A lot of dictators, people who are in situations that you would say like Hitler was in, or the like people like that, they have a Mars conjunct Saturn. I have a Mars conjunct Saturn, so it can play out as you conceal your anger or you express it too much. But usually when you conceal your anger, it builds up. So eventually you end up expressing it a lot. So the reason why you express it a lot, because you conceal it so much, and then it builds up, and then you end up expressing it hella much. You see what I'm saying? So that's why like a lot of things that I did in life, it's because I repressed a lot of shit at times where I shouldn't have needed to repress it. So like it's not really good, because like I noticed like that's one of my things. Like a lot of people, like they will like I'll be hanging out with people like this. I noticed this like years ago when I was like hanging out with people. We'll be hungry, we'll be high, we'll be hungry, we want to get some beer, and then motherfuckers would be like, oh, we don't have money for beer, we don't have money for this, or we don't have this, or I want to go eat here, I want to do this. And then they'll just be like, whatever. But me, I'll be hella like, you know, fuck that. I'll just go steal the beer. I'll go dine and dash. I'll just, because I feel like I want it, I have to get it, which that's not a good thing. And that was one of my issues I had that I had like when I was very in the world. Like I used to just be, if I want something, I have to go and get it. And then I'll go and do whatever. When I realize it's like, that's not how it's supposed to really be. Because like before, back in the day, like I used to like repress a lot of like my anger and shit, and I used to not really express it because there's a lot of shit that happened. So I had to even I remember when I was young and I ended up fucking throwing the ramen noodle on the guy's face. Like the dude was attacking me, being verbal toward, not attack me, threw like a cinnamon bun at me, but he was like talking shit to me, and he threw us. This was when I was in high school, and I threw the shit on his face. And then my dad was looking at me like, "Oh, I did something wrong." And I was like, "Well, he was talking hella shit." And he was all like, "Oh, you should like." It was always looked at like that's why like, it was weird. I was like, "Why the fuck was I looked at as the problem?" Like I understand I got suspended because okay, that's a school. They're gonna obviously suspend you, And the crazy thing about it is that the kid's mother, I put this on everything. I put this on my soul, everything. The kid's fucking mother gave me a handshake, and she said, she was like an Eastern European woman. You could tell she was probably from like one of these Eastern European countries. She had like an accent. She was like, I understand my son can be kind of crazy. And she laughed and she shook my hand. I'd never seen something. This is after I threw hot ramen on the kid's face. This is after. And she shook my hand. And that right there, and my own dad was telling me, "Oh, you're wrong," and I got punished for that. I think I got my game taken. This is when I was in high school. I got punished for it, and he was mad at me like I fucking was like the worst person. But then the kid's mother was like shaking my hand and everything, and it got to me today like that because that was because like the spirit was letting me know like what I did was right. That let me know because like it will always be a situation where like if somebody was doing something to me, if I did something, I was somehow the problem. But yet when somebody did something to me, I'm supposed to not do something. It's weird. It's hella weird. Yeah, I hated high school. I fucking hated it. I cut high school. Like I remember I cut a lot of like, it was my sophomore year. The other years I wasn't really cutting because like my last year, I was at a continuation school and it was chill. It was actually way better. Like it was hella chill. I actually liked going there. But I saw it sophomore year, and I think my freshman or sophomore, I don't remember. I think it was sophomore year. That sophomore year, I cut like 80% of class because I would cut and go to there was a shopping center. I'll go to GameStop and I'll steal hella shit. We'll go to GameStop, we'll go to Marshall's, we'll go to like CVS. I remember they had a game called Dance Dance Revolution. They had a game. It was like over $100. It was a Dance Dance Revolution. They had the game for 360. I remember I stole that shit and I walked out the store. They didn't see me. I went to school with a Dance Dance Revolution. Everyone was looking at me and shit. Like, how the fuck you got this dance? Everyone was asking, let me buy it from you and shit. It was like the dance pad. It came with the dance pad. It was for 360. It came with the dance pad, and it came with the game. And you put the dance pad on the ground, and it is like you have it in the house, and you could do the Dance Dance Revolution. I had stole that from GameStop. Yeah, I had cut class and stole that shit. That shit was funny. Yeah, we were still in hella shit. That was back in like 2007. We were still in hella shit. That's how I said. Ever since 2007, that was like the time I stole shit for the first time, and I was like. I remember I stole that shit, and ever since that day, like 80 to 90% of this shit I never paid for in my life. But I already know, like nothing good lasts forever. Eventually, they're gonna bring in AI. They probably have AI where you won't even be able to steal no more. So, I got my money's worth. Fuck high school. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to get to all the comments. Fuck high school. I don't know why so much motherfucker be typing. Yeah, I know. I fucking hated high school, man. I hated high school. I fucking hated that fucking shit. Well, I would say I hated the first high school. I went to high school in freshman and sophomore year. I went to this one high school. I fucking hated, and I moved junior year, and I went to another high school, and that was actually better. I went to a high school for like a year, then I went to continuation school for my last senior year. Those schools were better. Those were hella chill. But the first, I don't know why that first high school I went to, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like I think the spirit put a lot of lessons in my life around that time. It put a lot of lessons in my life. Cause like that's the time where it's like, because people talk about, oh, when you're in high school, you don't want to do any crazy shit. Because no, the high school is the time you want to do crazy. Like if I was able to go back in high school, I'd be stealing hella shit. I'd be crashing out more because you're a kid. So you're only gonna get a slap on the wrist. You don't even get in trouble. Once you get to an adult, then that's different. So if I could go back in high school, nigga, I would have probably got a fucking like I would have crashed the fuck out. I would have done way more shit and took way more risks because you're a kid. You get a slap on the wrist. They look at you like, oh, he's a kid. They'll put you in like a little give you like little parole class, or not parole, but any like probation classes or classes to help you, behavioral classes. probably give you this community service. They give you like little programs to help you get on track because they give you a chance. That's what they say. Oh, when you're in high school, you don't. In high school is really the time to make mistakes. When you're a grown ass man or woman, you don't want to make mistakes because they don't have no sympathy. The punishments are more harsh. When you're in high school, that's actually the best time to. There's no time to make mistakes. But when you're in high school, that's the best time to whoop off someone's ass, to go motherfucking steal from a store. Because if you get caught, they're just gonna give you classes, and you're a kid. You go to juvie, and if even that. So that's really the best time. To be honest, not to say it's a good time, but there's no good time. But you guys know what I mean. But high school's insane because you're late a lot. Your parents, yeah, they didn't give me shit. They used to call my house when I didn't when I didn't go to school. They used to call the house, but then I used to pick up the phone and I used to answer the call and delete the message. So my parents, they didn't know. Because they did it a couple times. They're like, oh, you didn't go to school, but then when I'll go home and I'll pick up the phone and delete the message. So like, yeah, it was all right. It was cool though. Like later on, but it was good in the terms of like, because it's so weird. Like at that time, like I wasn't really who I am now because I had a lot of blockages. So I was being blocked. Like the more blocked out, like if I were to have. If I would have had the energy in my body right now, like I was doing yoga fasting back then, I'd probably be in a way better position right now. It's just I didn't have the knowledge that I had now. I didn't have the knowledge that I had. Or not even the knowledge. I didn't have the energy flowing because I always had the knowledge. It just the energy being blocked is what it blocked the knowledge from flowing through me because the knowledge was always in me. That's why the more the knot in my neck gets less, the more like life just works out for me. Like once this knot is completely gone, then most likely like I can just be who I am 100%, and then everything is just gonna flow. I don't know what to do. Like that's why I say life isn't hard, but I'm speaking from my own perspective. A lot of people, they don't have the energy within because it's not about just doing yoga and fasting. If you don't have the energy within you, then none of that shit means anything. Because this is why you see a lot of people that are fast and they do yoga, but they're still not shit. They still retarded. The only thing that they can say is that they have healthy organs, which is nothing wrong with that. That's good, but they don't have no knowledge. They don't have no experience. They need to always read a book. They need some type of like whatever. Like it's because they don't have the energy within them. So just because you fast and do yoga doesn't mean shit. Like the other dude, like I could tell the dude who I was just doing a live with, he actually, like he said his spirit told him to go take out to go get Social Security. He got approved for Social Security. So that's I could tell, like he actually in tune. So he knew what he needed to do. He just lived life and let life guide him what he needed to do. He went and got Social Security. So now he got that straight financially. So even if he doesn't work, he don't have to worry about a check or nothing because he got that. And then whatever, that's enough for it to sustain you to get to somewhere better. Obviously, you got to want to get better than that, but that's enough to sustain you to do what you got to do. You don't have to be like these other motherfuckers out here worried about rent and bills, because you can even get housing where they take out like $200 out of your Social Security. Because since you get Social Security from the government, there's programs that will give you a house, because they're like, oh, you get money from the government. That means that they can trust you to pay rent. They can trust you to get housing because they know you're always gonna have a check every month because the government's giving your check. So it's like it's easy to get housing when you have government. There's programs that they'll take like probably like half of your check, probably like 200. They'll take a certain amount and they give you a nice place to live. That's what I would do if I had a Social Security like that. Right? And then you're paying money, and then like you just do that, you get your own place. So that's good, man. You got it when you're young too. Shit, and if I was you, nigga, I like, even if I started making money, like if I had an eBay account and I was making money for that, I'll open that in like my mother's name or somebody I trust, one of my cousins or somebody, and open it in their name and their Social Security number so I can still get money, and it doesn't affect my Social Security card payments. You see what I'm saying? That's what I would do if I had Social Security and I had like a business. I would open the business in another person's name, and then so I'll be able, and then they just withdraw the money and give me the cash. you don't want to put the cash in your account because it's gonna trace back. Like I used to have another person's account. Like when I was doing my thing, like it was this Chinese dude. I met this Chinese dude in San Francisco back in 2011, and I got his social security number. I opened a lot of credit cards and shit with his account, but I opened so many accounts I wasn't able to use it no more because his credit got bad. But I remember like I had a bank account, not a bank account, but it was a debit card, like a prepaid debit card with his name, and then I'll put money in his account and shit, so I can get like, yeah, I don't do that no more. I forgot his social security number. It was on my other computer because I had a whole bunch of like credit cards and data when I was doing that like years ago, but I don't do that shit no more. I haven't used his account in a long ass time. I don't do that shit anymore because there's no point. There's no point for me because I did that when I didn't know. I thought that's what I had to do. Like I don't need to do that. Like that's a waste of my time, and there's no point in me doing it. So I don't. That's why I don't do it no more. If I wasn't spiritual, if I wasn't if I didn't have the awareness I have, I would be probably still doing that. To be honest, that's the only thing that motivates me in life is to do that. To be honest, if it wasn't for that, I'd probably just be drinking, getting high, and doing that scam. But since I had an awareness and a realization of the spirit, it's like I know there's something better than just getting high and doing that. There's something better. So that motivates me to do something better. My parents made shit worse. My shitty football career. I'm gonna get to all the comments, so don't trip. I'm gonna get to all the comments. I like reading the comments, though. And so my parents made that shit worse. My shitty football career. My football was fun. The sport. I went to jail in high school because I was so glad I graduated. Yeah, shit happens, man. Like I did sports when I was young. I actually liked doing sports when I was young. I remember I did soccer. I did basketball. I did a lot of shit when I was younger. Which I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did because they were all fun. Like going to the basketball game, the soccer. I love doing that shit. Like especially on Saturday, went to the basketball game. With one team I was on, we lost all our games, but it was still that shit was fun. That was fun. I liked going to that. Like that's one thing it is good. Like when I went, I never played for the school team. I played for like little divisions and little like I don't know what they call them. They're not school team, but that'd be like like little programs you not programs, but like divisions that you play for. Like it'll be like a amateur division, and then you sign up for it, and then you play for it to put you on a team and you play like that. Those days was fucking. I remember those days, man. Those days was fun. Going to those games on Saturday and then shit like. Yeah. Some niggas I know was like. Yeah, high school wasn't like it was. There was some good times I did have in high school. There were some good times I had. Like nowadays, I can imagine high school nowadays fucking sucks because most of the kids are just fucking brain rot from all the social media, and everybody is like, nobody's really themselves. Like back in the day, like high school when you went there, it was more like even the days when there was like a little social media, it wasn't as bad. Like social media was there, but it wasn't like the main thing. It was just something extra. Nowadays, like social media is like everything. It seems like the term like with these kids and shit nowadays, like their whole life. Like you got kids that are actually depressed because they're not like a viral Fortnite player, or they're not like nobody watches their videos, or they don't get a lot of likes. Like you got kids that are literally depressed, like because they want their life to be nothing but streaming. And like I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at like the system like that created that shit, that created them to even think like that. You can't just blame the kids for that. You got to look at it like, why do they think like that? You got a fucking retarded ass system. They like even when they give all this clout and these views and these fake views and shit, like all these content creators, they're not doing shit with their life, but just streaming and getting paid all this money. Like, how can you blame a kid that's like 10 years old? Why, like, they want to get rich? Like, how can you blame that? Like, Shit is crazy. Yeah, I went to the continuation school too. It was more fun. Yeah, it was. Where I had so many late tickets. I was late every morning to school. Yeah. I remember you working one makes sense. Oh, I already read that one. Let me see, go up. They keep fucking up opportunities. Yeah, this shit's crazy, man. Who the hell is Corey11722? I don't know what you said. Spar, I don't know what the hell that is. I thought that light worker dude was a troll at first when I seen him. But no, he said he was watching me for a minute, so I know most of the people that watch my page, they watch. That's why I said like I don't anybody who's a new subscriber most of the time, not all the time, because Mysterio and then we got some new people that watch my channel, but like I'll say like 90% of the people that are new that watch my channel are by default trolls or they're gonna be trolls. The only people that really fuck with my channel, like most of the time, are people that are like old subscribers who see me back in the old, because back in the old YouTube days, you could actually be yourself and it was more community based. I'm saying like, oh, like it even like back to like 2019, 18, like even still, it was still some realness to it. Nowadays, if a motherfucker watches my channel for the first time and they just find me scrolling, they're gonna be a troll because they're looking at me based upon, oh, you don't act like this person, you don't act like this person. Why are you talking like this? And like while they're saying that their life ain't shit, they still gotta pay taxes, they still gotta do shit they don't want to do. You see what I'm saying? So like it's retarded shit. So they gotta look at me like, oh, who does he think he is? And you gotta say, like I said, like even motherfuckers that I used to be cool with on here, I'm never really cool. I never want to say I was really cool with, but there's people I never was cool with because I didn't like their energy, but I didn't want to say nothing because they supported. So, but then I cut that shit out. Like if I'm not cool with you, I'm not cool with you no more. I'm not even giving you any energy. I'm not doing that shit no more. But motherfuckers, like, they get offended because they watch other content creators and they think I'm a be like these other content creators. Like I'm not like these other content creators. Like, you got motherfuckers that be watching like fucking other channels and shit, and then they look at everybody like they're supposed to be like that content creator. Like I'm not anybody out there. Like shout out to Dolo, I fuck with him, but I'm not like him. So if you watch his page and you come on my page after watching him and you correlate what I say with what he says and how he acts, what I'm supposed, I said that's a grown ass man. I don't know this nigga personally, so don't watch his page and then come on my page and I'm supposed to act like him because you think you're part of his little soul group that he even said he doesn't even fucking have. Like get the fuck off here with that shit. Like you got weird ass people that are like that, dude. Like literally, like they go watch other grown ass men come on my motherfucking page and expect me to be like them, and if I'm not like them, I'm doing something wrong in the esoteric world. You committed a crime. You're talking like this. You're self-projecting because you said, like, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. You ain't paying my fucking bill. You ain't doing shit. Who the fuck are you? I don't even fucking know you, nigga. You fucking butthurt. Get the fuck off my page, dumbass nigga. Get the fuck off my page. I don't know who the fuck you is. Fucking dick. Got weird ass motherfuckers like that. Don't watch any grown man and then come on my page thinking I'm supposed to be like that man. Like, I have respect for Dolo. I have respect for all these other people that I know, but I'm not them. Not to say that what they're doing is I don't like. I'm just not them, and I don't want to be them. And who the fuck? I don't want nobody being me either. The fuck? No one can even really be me. You could think similar to how I am, but you're gonna have your own opinions and shit about life. Like you got weird people. Like motherfuckers thinking too deep. Like I was talking with Lightwork. You got motherfuckers thinking too deep about this shit. It's so deep. Everything is everything in their life, they have to measure it what another person or what something external is. So if society is doing like, you know how I talk about the YouTube thing, how nobody's on YouTube no more, right? And I say how YouTube is getting played out. There's actual people who believe since YouTube's getting played out, that if I make content and I'm not making it a certain way, I'm the problem, and I'm somehow I'm projecting, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't fucking know me. Like I told what I don't like I'm supposed to prove that I'm somehow a perfect person. So I can't make YouTube videos. I can't talk shit. I can't cuss. I have to go out and I have to do this and I have to go. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, who the fuck is you? Got weird ass niggas like this, like weird motherfuckers. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are, bitch. Who the fuck is you? Like, we got weird motherfuckers on here. Like, weird. Like, I make videos because I want to make videos and I like doing it. Like motherfuckers will assume that you're making a YouTube video because you're making a YouTube video because the same reason they're making it. Like, bitch, I like making YouTube videos. This is why I do this. I'm not doing this because I'm this or I feel like I need to. Like, I'm doing this because I like doing this. If I don't like doing something, I'm not going to do it. I don't like working. I don't work on a fucking 5 job. I don't like paying for certain shit. I don't pay for it. The fuck? I don't like certain people. I don't deal with them. Like, why would I do something I don't like? Like, I like doing YouTube. I like talking my shit on here. Like, if I actually cared, like, I would have stopped doing YouTube because look at my subscribers. They stay at the same number. My views stay the same. I don't get monetized. So why the fuck would I be doing this? Even if this channel got banned, I'll go on my other channel and make videos still. Like, people, that's what I'm saying. That people like to project their own. They'll say you're projecting your negative emotion, but at the same time projecting how they feel when they make a decision. Like, oh, I make a decision because of this. So, like, who cares? And even if I, like, they'll say, oh, you'll have people say you're self-projecting, but why are you paying attention to somebody self-project? Even if I am projecting pain, anger, and hatred, okay, what now? You still got to go work a miserable job. You still are lame as fuck. You still aren't paying my bills. I'm not paying your bills. Okay, then what? Like, at the end of the day, when you got to go clock in and when you got to go pay your rent, when you got to go do human shit, I'm not there. You got to deal with that on your own. So why does it fucking matter? Like, if you think I'm projecting or not, are you trying to like give me some money to help me not project? Like, if you don't want me to project, send me a check. Send me some cash out, bitch. If you're not trying to help me, if you don't want me to project. And I won't project, and if you send me a hefty amount, and then that'll be my 9 to 5, me not projecting for you to send me money. Like, we got weird ass people, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, weird motherfucking people. That's why I don't even really like to give shout outs at all or nothing, because yeah, my battery ran out. I have to plug my battery in. This fucking shit runs out of batteries too quick. We're just at like 20, because I'll let it go to like 20%. Then I'll take it out so I can move around more. And then it dies quick. So I got to keep looking at it. But it's just weird, man. That's why I said I don't like to get I don't collab. I don't like to do shout outs with people unless I really like deal with them. Like shout out to Mysterio. Like he said he found me in late 2024. Yeah, you on a few, but the thing is you found me, but then you took the advice. There's people who watched me forever, they didn't take the advice. And not to hate on nobody who doesn't take the advice. Like you don't have to take the advice or not. I don't look at you any type of way. If you don't, that's another thing. Like you can watch my channel and not take the advice. And I have respect for you, so I don't care. What I don't respect is bitch ass niggas who are just bitch ass niggas. Like if you want to watch my video and you don't want to take the advice, but you are respectful and you comment and you have your input, that's none of what you're doing in your life is none of my business. If you watch my channel and you want to eat hamburgers and Snickers and you want to go out and do whatever, I'm more cool with a motherfucker who, like they'll say, oh, this person's a low vibration. I'll be cool with a person that isn't into spirituality and they don't talk about spirituality than somebody who talks so esoteric and deep and they always got to like scrutinize everything and look at everything as wrong or that's wrong, or like we don't talk about, oh, we're in a new shift, but then we're in a new shift. That means people are doing something different. But then when they see you doing something what they think is not alignment to the shift, they somehow want to look at you a certain way. And I was like, bitch, you can look at me however the fuck you want. Stay the fuck far away from me, because nigga, we'll probably end up fighting. I end up knocking your ass out because I'm not. Don't. That's why I told the other dude, don't be talking to me about that spiritual shit, because people who talk about that spiritual shit too much, and light work, and we were talking about spiritual, but we kind of blended it. But people just talk about chakra, curses, all that shit, esoteric, deep shit. Get the fuck away from me, because niggas like that, they crazy, because they'll act like that they talking and they're above people who are bots. But in reality, these people are just they're like a traumatized, battered, narcissistic bitch. Like everything is a problem. Oh, you did that? Oh, you ate that? You doing that? You're low vibrational. How about you just get the fuck away from that person, shut the fuck up about them, and go around people who are like you? Plain and simple. Like plain and simple. Like I don't give a fuck what somebody else does as long as you're not doing it to me. The fuck? Like that's just how I am. And they're like, it's weird. It's just hella weird, man. People can win. Yeah, no matter who you watch. Like it's like I don't even like to use the word NPC, but just you got fucking idiots. I like to just say idiots. It's because it's idiots. Like just people are just dumb, and then they try to project their own ignorance on you. Like the only thing I care is if you're projecting your shit onto me. If I see somebody and I think they're projecting and it's not towards me, I don't find any disrespect or negativity. It's just when I see somebody projecting their shit onto me, that's where I see a problem. Like on my videos, I'll talk about I don't people who talk about other people, I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with it. But at the same time, if you watch my video and I make a video talking about the Faustina bitch, and you say, well, you say you don't like talking about it. How about you just don't watch my motherfucking channel? Because if you think I'm a contradiction and you think I'm going against what I say, I don't give a fuck. Don't watch my channel. That's not going to stop me from talking about what I want to talk about, you fucking idiot. Dumbass. Like you got fucking retards that like they don't understand the simple fact that don't watch my shit if you don't like it. Like I don't give a fuck about your fucking opinion. Otherwise, I'll be just sitting here putting on a fake smile and pretending and like the fuck, like people seem to think like when you pretend somehow that doesn't take away the fact that you aren't that. Like they say, oh, or they'll think when you're doing something that you are that, or when you're not doing something you're not that. So if I say certain things, I'm self-projecting. So if I come up here and act like I'm not self-projecting according to what somebody says, somehow that makes me not somebody who self-projects. But yet you don't know what I do in my real life. I can sit here and be smiling and, oh, everything's peaceful, everything is good. And in my real life, I'm like self-projecting. But yet you think, like, fucking shut the fuck up, dude. Like, people are retarded. Shut up, fucking mental illness ass crazy motherfuckers. Now I don't anybody that's talks too deep esoterically, I'm like, you can stay the fuck far away from me. And I don't mean this as in I don't deal with the information's wrong. It has nothing to do with the validity of the information. Put that aside. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. This has everything to do with, I don't want somebody around me that's negative. Somebody who talks about making money all the time. If I'm trying to make some money, yeah, let's make some money. But when it's time for me to go have some fun and chill, shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm trying to chill. So I'm only gonna bring you around when where it's business. When it's time to have fun, I'm gonna go get my friends I like to have fun with. And even then, like you see what I'm saying? Like you guys gotta look at it like that. Now I don't deal with anybody talking too much about spirituality. Like you said, from personal experience, everyone that's talking that deep esoteric shit had mental external problems and we're just bums focused on spirit. Exactly. I don't even deal with anybody that talks too much spiritual shit, to be honest. Once I hear too much spiritual shit, like that right there, I don't deal with. Like, stay the fuck away from me. Like I rather deal with somebody who isn't spiritual, and we just but at the same time we're able to get shit done. And it's like, because I go based on the vibe, the energy. Somebody who's fucking always negative and talking all this negativity, always gotta scrutinize and what's wrong. Like, you got motherfuckers that watch my shit and be like, we're in the new shift. People aren't on YouTube no more. And then expect me to not be on YouTube. Expect me to not make the videos and talk. Like, bitch, the fuck? Go pay a bill. Go live your fucking life, motherfucker. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm supposed to sit here and be somebody to you. Like, you never done shit in my life. I don't know you from like, it's just weird. Like, I'm not trying to prove shit to motherfuckers out here. And if you think I'm trying to prove shit to people, then think that. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can't force somebody. Like, it's like I can't get a chip and put it in a motherfucker's brain and be like, and program the chip to not make you believe something about me. You gotta believe what you want to believe. The only thing I can say is I don't give a fuck. And then you could go with it from there. Believe what you want to believe. Like, we live in a fucking a crazy ass world though. Man, motherfuckers got my ass for getting hoes and shit. I found out bro was an incel. Exactly. They'll sit there and then they'll be like, because you look at these people that complain about, they'll say, I can't get no. They'll complain about bitches and women, but then when they'll be an attractive female, they'll say, I'm not gonna get with her because she got a lot of bodies, or she got kids. But it'll be a fat girl with no bodies and no kids. She's too fat. So, like, nigga, what are you trying to get? Like, what are you gonna say? You want to fuck like Nicki Minaj or Kim Kardashian or some like porn star? But even then, they have a lot of bodies. Like, then who the fuck are you trying to fuck, nigga? Like, somebody who's 13 who they haven't had sex before, and isn't that illegal? Like, it makes me think you're either into pedophilia or you're just a nigga who just weird. Like who are you trying to fuck then? You can't fuck a fat bitch because she's too ugly. And any attractive female that's your age has body count. Where are you gonna find a female? Like, unless you're going to like sub-Sahara or like some third world country or some shit, you flying out there, and even then, like, who you don't even know. Like, what fine ass female that's like a 10, that's in her mid-20s, early 20s, has no body count or has a low body count? And if she does have a low body count, I'm sure she's not fucking any type of dude. Like, these niggas is weird. Like, they're hella weird. Like, they want something that's like in a weird reality that doesn't exist. Like, only female with even an ugly bitch has a low body count. It has a high body count. A fat ugly bitch has a high body count. So what the fuck you think of a 10 out of 10 female in her early 20s? Like, no men hit on her. It's like they're expecting a female to be 10 out of 10 in her early 20s and is not attracted to any man but them. And then they're trying to find even a celebrity. When a celebrity or a rich person gets a woman, the women they have high body counts amongst the rich men. So they'll be a rich man fucking with like one of these women that are hustle, like, you know, these bitches that be around like Miami and LA and they be just getting rich men. They got high body counts, and even the rich men be passing them around. Like, because they attractive. It's hard to find an attractive female without a body count, really, in this day and age, unless you're getting a female that's fucking like 13 or some shit. And even then, like, how the fuck is that even attractive? Because the bitch is hella young with no ass, no titties. Like, I need bitches with ass and titties and shit. At least for me, I'm not a white male, so I don't like prepubescent looking with women that with flat asses. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like, these people are weird. Like you said, they into that incel ass shit. Like, it's just because they can't get the woman they want. That's all it is. Because there was women that they tried to hit on that those women didn't want them. So that's what it is. Because you got to ask them niggas, like, have you ever hit on a woman before? So if you hit on a woman before, that means you wanted to have sex with them. Did you have sex with them? No, you didn't. So that's your issue. You got turned down or rejected. You couldn't handle that shit. That's all it really is. And you're too much of a pussy to get a prostitute. Because at the end of the day, like, if it's that bad, if you like, how the fuck are you like in your 30s or late 20s and you hit so many women, you have not got no prostitute yet? At some point, I'll just be like, you know what? I'm still going to try hitting bitches and getting their number. But in the meantime, let me just go get a prostitute in the meantime. But at the same time, still hit. Like, at least do that. If you're at a certain age, you haven't got the women you want, at least go get a hooker or something while still trying to get a number. How are you going to just sit there and not do anything? Like, you fucking weird ass niggas. It ain't that serious. It ain't that fucking serious. Like, these niggas is weird. Like, it's not that serious. And a lot of these niggas, like, they don't even deserve really anything because they're not shit. Just like a lot of women, they don't deserve any men based on how they act. But women is different because women, they just gotta get fucked. They just gotta get dicked the fuck down and left. So a woman wants more than just, because it's easy for a fat, ugly woman can get dicked down easily. So women want more than just dick down. They want actually somebody to be there and care for them and be like a provider, which it's hard for a woman to find that nowadays. A woman has, just like a man has to be in alignment with self to be able to attract decent women. It's the same for women. For women, for them to attract decent men, they have to be in alignment with self. So if you're not in alignment with self as a female, you're only going to attract men that can dick you down. That's it. That's why I've always been glad I never gave a fuck about relationship like that. But yet again, I don't know. Maybe it's just after I go through certain healing, maybe I would care. I don't know. Like, as far as right now, I don't give a fuck. But I'm still having to think: do I really not care about dating, or maybe that's something I still got to heal, so I can do that? I don't know. But I genuinely feel right now, and I'm thinking it's because I don't just give a fuck about relationships like that. But maybe later on I will care. Because I sometimes like question myself, like when I see other men, like they actually genuinely give a fuck about a relationship, I'm thinking like it must be something like I need to heal because I generally don't care. But then like it's not normal to not care. It's because I see so many people that do care. So I'll be thinking like, do I really care, or is it something I need to heal, or maybe just who I am? Like I still question that sometimes because like I like to be real with myself. I don't like to just sit there and assume. I like to be real and get to the root cause. Something not adding up. The fuck? Wait, if every girl or a hoe or attracted girl's a hoe, how come you not get for real? If they have a high body count, then what men was fucking them? Like for real. And you say, well, those are the men who like to fuck hoes. But there was at least one man that fucked her the first and second, third time when she had a low body count. Who was those men? Like you, when you watch so much of that MGTOW shit, you forget that there's actually men fucking these women. The MGTOW will have you believe that these women aren't getting no dick from no men, based upon like, oh, women are leaving men. Like, just think about it. These niggas are so stupid. They'll have you thinking like men aren't dating women no more. They will have like a thing saying men aren't dating women, but that doesn't make sense because there's women out there. There's men out there who are thirsty for sex. You're not going to tell me that's a lie. You go on Instagram, you go on these pages, niggas are sitting here, oh, give me your number, get in the average female gets DMs every day. So they make up this lie that women aren't getting men like that, but in reality, it says otherwise. An attractive female, you don't even have to be attractive, it could be a 5 or 6 out of 10. Ugly, it could be an ugly fat bitch. You can get a man to fuck you. Because look at it like this. There's ugly, fat, disgusting men who get women. So the fact there's ugly, disgusting men that get women that you see, what makes you think the ugliest, fat, disgusting woman can't get dick? if an ugly man can get a woman, and you've seen it, then an ugly female could get even more men than an ugly man can get women. It's common sense. So it would never. There's no female on this world that can't get a man. That's impossible because the feminine energy. Doesn't matter how you look. The feminine energy is always gonna attract that. If feminine energy attracts more because it's yin compared to a man. A man got to put in a little bit more work. So it would never be a way where a woman can't get no dick. It doesn't matter. That's the most dumbest. She may not be getting the men that she wants or attracted to, but it's a man will be in a situation where they can't even get women compared to a female not being able to get men. That's like impossible. They gotta literally shield themselves from getting men. It's not like a woman's out there trying to get fucked and no man wants to fuck her. That's not what it is. That's yeah, but MGTOW will have you believe that. Even these MGTOW that say this, they still have the urge to want to fuck women. The reason they don't is because they want a certain type of woman that's not able to provide and be the woman they want. But if the woman wanted to fuck these MGTOW, the woman could just pretend that, oh, I care about you, I'll buy you this game, I'll let you do whatever you want. And then as soon as she gets the dick, she could just switch up on the man. So women are in a better position to play these men because a lot of these men who sit there and say, "Well, I don't want a woman with this body," the woman can just lie. Like that's why, like they be talking about a woman has a lot of body count, but a woman can lie about her body count. But women don't care to lie or not lie. They don't even care about it because they know that doesn't matter. Because wouldn't a woman just lie about her body count if it's that big of a deal? Wouldn't they just say, well, because you don't know what the fuck she did. She got this makeable liar, just been like, only has dated 2 people when I'm 26. And then she could just lie, but women don't even really give a fuck about that because they know most men won't even give a fuck about it, really. It's not even like that serious, like how the MGTOW make it. Like some of these niggas, like it's just weird. I don't get it, man. Like I hate MGTOW people, so them motherfuckers are stupid. And they try to speak for all men, like all men, and this is why men. I mean, shut the fuck up, nigga. If you a bitch ass nigga, and I seen you, nigga, I don't look at you as no man. I look at you as a bitch ass nigga. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I hate how they try to speak for all men. Like all men, we got each other's back. I don't got your back, bitch. If you're not my people, I don't got your back. If you're not my people, I don't like. Most people aren't your people. There's people that are my people that are females that I have they back more than you because you ain't my people. You belong to the American mentality corporation. You think like an American. You're into American culture. Your beliefs are that. If I have a female I'm not even dating or going out with that I can resonate with, I'm gonna fuck with that female more than you. Just because you a man, like that don't mean shit. The fuck? You're not my people, bitch. And then at the same time, these niggas forget they have a mother. Like, so does your mother apply to all of this fucking rules about women? Like, these people are weird, man. Like they forget they talk like they forget they have a mother. Like, does this apply to your mother? Like the same shit that you see women and like does that happen to your brother? Like I don't know. It's weird ass people. Yeah, that he said you seen the MGTOW that switched to fucking robots. That's a fake Fed channel. No real man's gonna admit to that. Anytime you see a MGTOW saying they're having sex with robots, that's a fake Fed channel. They're trying to promote that shit. It's a fake ass channel. There are some niggas who do that shit though, but it's a fake channel. I would even promote that bull. I would just click off, be like, you're a fake channel. I can't take you serious. Yeah. Anybody promoting that, that's a Fed channel. They're trying to promote that agenda to have sex with toys and robots. Which if that's your thing, that's your thing. I wouldn't say like, because like if people want to do that, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. So all I would say is like them promoting that, once they start promoting it to kids and shit, that's when it's like an issue. And like the younger generation, that's an issue. Like that shit is not normal. They are gonna promote shit like that. I even heard years ago they said they're gonna have some type of thing where you could simulate touch over the internet. So you put on a device on your body, and if I put on a device and wherever I touch on my body, you're able to feel it. They have technology like that. This was like over 10 years ago. I seen this shit. They're gonna probably even release technology where you'll be able to touch somebody over the internet. So if I put on something on my body, I can rub my chest and you're gonna feel a vibration in your chest. This is how they're gonna try to do this stupid sex shit, this over the internet sex shit, and they even probably have sex prostitution and probably pay like cam girls to touch your body over the internet for like just dumbass shit. They're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they have shit like that. Yeah, we live in a weird world, man. Motherfuckers gonna mask for getting hoes in here. That shit's crazy, man. Let me take this fucking. Go use the bathroom real quick. Yeah, it's a 3-hour long live stream. Damn, the time be going by fast. I'll be like, damn, 3 hours already. Yeah, said you must have came late. Yeah, you probably did. It didn't even feel like 3 hours, but yeah, tomorrow we got that full moon tomorrow. Damn. It's crazy because the full and the new moons be coming so quick. It'd be like a new moon, there'll be a full moon before you know it. That's why you got to be careful what you're doing, because every time a new moon and a full moon happen, new moons are like whatever you start during a full moon, it culminates during the full moon. Whatever you start during a new moon, it fulfills during the full moon. So you got to be very, especially now since shit is going by faster, you got to be careful what you're doing, because before you know it'll be the new moon and like 2 weeks go by like nothing, and all of a sudden like some shit happens. You're like, why the fuck something happened? So it's because like whatever you did during a new moon. So you got to, because tomorrow actually it's a new moon tonight because we were in the energy, but tomorrow's gonna be the full moon. I mean, it's the full moon, not the new moon. Yeah. Man, I don't know why like it like I don't know. I don't want to keep speaking on that shit. Yeah. I've noticed like most of my subscribers are like old subscribers, which I like it like that. I like my subscribers to be old. But still, you said you found me in late 2024. You're an exception because you're probably like the only person who found me that late, or one of the few people that found me that late that is legit. Everybody else that found me, they're usually in the patrol, or they'll watch my shit and then they won't even watch, because like we in a new time. The only people that really fuck with my channel are long time subscribers who knew who I am, who's seen the evolution and seen the whole process. Anybody watching my channel now, they're either gonna they're not gonna agree with me, because they're heavily indoctrinated. They haven't seen me before. So like they look at me like, oh, he's not who I think he's supposed to be. So they get offended. That's why I don't even like dealing. I don't even want, but I shield myself from people even coming on my page. That's why this is why I speak how I do, as a barrier and a shield, so I can get rid of people like that. Because you have niggas come on here, expect you to be like this. Oh, you talk about the same thing, bitch. That's social media. It's the same fucking thing. Ain't nobody talk about anything different. Ain't nobody saying, who the fuck said I gotta talk about something? I gotta show you. I don't gotta do shit for you. Like, unless somebody gotta send me money and tell me, oh, send me money and then do this. I don't gotta show shit. I don't gotta do shit. If you don't take the information and roll with it, I don't gotta do a damn thing for anyone. Yeah, I don't have to do a damn thing for anyone. This is ridiculous. That's one thing I realized. I don't do shit for anyone. Fuck that. There's this whole shift that we got. They talk about this shift too much, man. Like motherfuckers, and then once you got people talk about this shift too much, and they sit there and expect you to, oh, you're not playing along with the shift. And it's not that you're not. It's just what they think it is, because what they're supposed to be doing, they want to project it onto you, and then they'll be like, oh, you're not doing this, so then therefore they build up some type of animosity, like, oh, he's not doing this, he's not being, and then shut the fuck up. I don't even fucking know you. Like, I always look at the fact that, like, when I turn the camera off, I have to go pay a bill, I have to pay taxes, I have to go out and handle my shit. I wouldn't even be in a position, like, if it wasn't for the shit I've done. So I always look at it from that perspective. So, like, when I come on here, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like if you're really trying to help somebody, send me some fucking money or something. Or go send me a gift, or give me something of value. Send me a gold chain so I can pawn it, or send me something if you're trying to help. Don't tell me like I'm supposed to be doing something. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know who the fuck you is. Like, people be on some weird ass fucking shit. And even me just saying this, they'll make up some rationalization like, oh, you're just saying it because you actually do care. Or okay, you believe I care. Then from your perspective, I care. So what then? I can't change the way you think. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you care, then you care. Then what now? Are you gonna keep watching me and keep saying it, or are you gonna just move on? Because once you realize that I care and I am self-projecting and I'm this so-called person, you still gotta pay your bill. You still gotta go eat and fill up your stomach and do the human shit you gotta do. And I'm not gonna be there. So, like, once the dust settles, you still gotta handle your shit. Once you go through a certain situation in your life, a catastrophe, you still gotta handle it. I'm not there. So what then? What is that? It doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. That's the crazy thing. Like, I've never understood. That's why I don't even like to deal with motherfuckers on here. And it's always a motherfucker who, like, they so try to be so deep and esoteric and all this shit. And even though I come off like that, I'm like the only person who comes off like that with the healthy perspective. That's why I don't deal with motherfuckers who are too deep and esoteric. Like some of the most coolest people I'm cool with in my personal life, or I was cool with, even to this day. They don't even talk about spiritual shit like that. They don't. And those are the people I'm willing to fuck with more than somebody talking some deep shit. If you talking some deep shit and it's productive, then that's a different thing. But like at the same time, I don't try. I'm not trying to find motherfuckers on here. Once I feel like I'm around people and I gotta walk on eggshells, or I get out of there, because life is not about especially when it comes to relationships. You're not about trying. You don't want to try to get into a relationship. You don't try to be on somebody's good side. You be yourself, and you attract who you attract. That's how you simplify it and you minimalize the bullshit. A lot of people who beef are people, they're beefing because they're with somebody that they don't fuck with. But since they're heavily programmed, they feel like they need to fuck with this person, or they need to make it work. I'm not making shit work. I'm not compromising anything. I have an Aries moon. I don't compromise. I'm the opposite of Libra. I don't compromise. If you don't like the way I run show, then you can just leave. It's not even have to be a fight or disrespect, or I don't even like to do any of that, because I'm willing to just walk away and a quote, like, I just leave you and we can just do whatever. That's how I do it. It's weird. And you can never win. one thing I realized, you can never win, because then motherfucker, if you anytime you try to prove your point, people will say you're self-projecting because you have to keep saying it. But then if I, based upon your logic, if I don't keep proving my point and I don't say it, I'm still showing people that I care, because you guys already know that I like to say what's on my mind. So if I don't say what's on my mind, you're going to be like, oh, he's keeping it in because he wants to make people think he doesn't care by not saying anything. So I can never win. If I say something, oh, he's projecting. If I don't say nothing, then you can still look at it like I'm projecting and I'm trying to pretend like I don't care by not, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you can never win. These motherfuckers. That's why I say you never waste your time proving shit to anyone. You can never win. Everything is going to be looked at like you're trying to impress or compromise. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, that's why I gave up on that years ago. Like, giving a fuck about what somebody actually said, because either or, you could never win. Somebody's gonna think of you how they're gonna think of you, and that's none of your business. If you even think of me negative, that's none of my business. So when you're telling me, you're disclosing personal information that I don't need to know. You're not gonna tell me what color your fucking underwear are. I don't care. But why do you feel the need to tell me what's in your brain? I don't care. That's some personal shit. What's in your brain about me? If you want to vent your opinions, that's one thing. But what you want to tell me about me, that's your personal opinion. That's what you have to deal with. That's your spirit. Maybe your spirit's guarding you from being around me. The reason you have those thoughts about me is because the spirit is guarding you, so you can not be around me. Because if you're around me, some shit's gonna pop off, and one of us is gonna get hurt or go to jail, or it's just gonna set us back verbally because we're gonna cuss each other the fuck out. So maybe that's a sign from your spirit. That's personal. Don't let me know that, because that's how people start problems that don't need to be started. Just shut the fuck up and acknowledge you don't fuck with my shit and then leave. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Like, you got weird motherfuckers on this fucking bitch. Weird motherfuckers. That's so you right. You said everybody talking this deep esoteric shit has some type of mental. I'm not saying everybody, because there's some people like Mysterio, and I got other people who leave content. Shout out to the people who on my page. I don't know all the names, but there's people I know, like Adept Original. He came on my, I think he sent me an email, and I'm gonna get to all the emails and everything. He sent me an email because he sent it to me when I was doing something and I forgot about it. I just remembered it because I be getting emails sometimes when I'm in the middle of something and then I don't read it. So shout out, like, certain people I fuck with. I'm not saying like, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with if when I say this, I don't want you guys to think I'm against information. I'm against what I'm saying about the esoteric has nothing to do with its validity. So whether it's valid, it's invalid, that has nothing to do with it. I'm not saying it has nothing to do with the validity of truth of what esotericism is. It's just people like to speak on it and project it and onto others where it's not needed, and then make others feel bad, like they got to do something that you like. Shut the fuck up. I don't got to do anything you telling me to do. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. And if anybody knew anything about esoteric information, you can use the information for bad or good. You can use a gun to defend yourself. You can use a gun to kill somebody. Esoteric deep information can be used. You got some of these governments, they use some of it for negativity. So it has nothing to do with what you niggas. Once you start thinking like the way you're thinking, you start getting into religion. Oh, we got to do this way. We got to do it this way. We got to do it that way. Why? Like, that's religion thinking. Whatever the fuck you got to do is what you have to do. When I talk about breatharianism, fasting, I'm talking about it for me and anybody who watched my page, the 4, 5, 6 people who literally came on my chat and said it changed their life. It helped them. I'm talking to those people. If you eat hamburgers and you're vegan and you do all this other shit, I don't care. I'm not gonna talk about it, because I'm not that type of teacher who talks about shit. Like, you'll have teachers like that talk about stuff in a general basis. Like, they'll sit there and be like, when you teach people like I remember there was one content creator. They said, if you're gonna be a teacher about diet, you teach people not about what to eat, but you teach people how you teach people the general principle of eating. So you don't tell them what to eat, like eat vegan. You teach them how a diet and what your diet works for you, which I agree with that. They're right. You want to teach people about diet. Don't teach people what to eat, but how to eat what pertains to them. I agree with that. But at the same time, I'm not that type of teacher. There's nothing wrong with that type of teacher, but I don't want to deal with people on a general basis like that. I'm talking to motherfuckers who are going through something similar to me. So when I talk about breatharian and everything, it's to those people. I don't care about somebody who's not everybody can be a breatharian. And if you feel that I have to keep telling you that, then obviously you're not even a breatharian, because if you were a breatharian or you were on this path, you would know that not everyone's meant to be one. If you need for me to tell you and you want to castrate me for be like, oh, you're acting like everyone's a breatharian, then you're a fucking idiot and you're not a breatharian. Why the fuck are you on my page? Because if you were on this path, you would know certain things that I don't have to tell you. Obviously, not everyone's meant to be breatharian. For those people not meant to be one, I don't care what they're going through, because I'm not getting paid. I don't have a course and a class that I'm selling and I'm getting paid and this is my living. I don't do any of that shit. I don't fuck with YouTube. By fucking subscribers and numbers, they say that I don't fuck with it, and I don't fuck with it. So why the fuck would I end up teaching? Like, motherfuckers come on here like I'm supposed to, like, oh, you say this. I do say the same shit because I feel like saying the same fucking shit. If you don't like it, don't watch the fucking shit. Or if you feel like if I say something one time, take it, and then when you hear me say it again, leave the fucking video. I don't gotta say, I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. If I'm all over the place, then I'm all over the place. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, just keep talking and going because this is my fucking channel. It's not against the terms of service. You got to understand, YouTube has terms of service. I'm going to look up the definition for terms of service. I'm going to tell you what a terms of service is, just to break it down to a lot of fucking retarded people on here. What a terms of service is. You have to follow terms of service at any corporation or any type of platform that you are. There's a terms of service. And if you're abiding by the terms of service, then you're not doing nothing wrong. So anybody, when I talk shit about other content creators, I'm not talking like they're doing something inherently wrong. I'm looking at it like from my perspective, because this is my belief from my perspective. I believe they're doing something wrong and I don't fuck with them, and I have a right to talk my shit. Just like other people believe I'm doing something wrong, you have a right to say your stuff. But if you keep voicing your opinion too much, I'm gonna clap back and I'm gonna say something, and then feelings may be hurt. A legally binding agreement between a user and a service provider that sets the rules for using a product or service. So if I'm following the rules within a service or product, I'm straight. So if this video doesn't go down, this channel isn't banned, obviously I'm within the terms of service. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not doing nothing wrong. Any issue you have on my page, if I'm showing nudity, if I'm showing some type of drug, that's a problem. They could ban me. You can report my channel. But if I'm not doing anything illegal, then there's nothing wrong. So any problem you have is a personal issue. It has nothing to do with me. If you think I'm supposed to speak esoteric all the time, or I'm supposed to show you this, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to, that's your own personal, what you perceive about me. And that's your personal dilemma. You deal with that yourself. You use that for your own information and how you deal or not deal with me. That's what your awareness of what you think my flaws are. It's for your spirit letting you know, don't fuck with that person. So stay the fuck far away from me. It's not for you to sit here think that I'm supposed to change and prove. Like, that's fucking retarded. So I don't know why people like, they don't like, you gotta understand that shit. It's fucking weird. User rules. They outline acceptable and unacceptable user behavior that can include rules for things like copyrighted content use. So I'm not copyrighting, I'm not using content. And even if you can use it, but you have to use it sparingly. If you show like a little quick video. So my behavior is acceptable because my channel doesn't have no strikes on it. So nothing I'm saying is wrong. So any issue is some type of like that one fat ass bitch. I was talking about the targeted individual. This is where you have the targeted individual community. there are a bunch of individuals who think they're being stalked by the government, but yet everything that comes out of their mouth, the way they think, what they think is stalking and the government doing is something that's in their brain. It's not actual reality. So it's like when you're not in tune with reality, then you're gonna be like you niggas are stupid. I'm not gonna even go into this shit no more. I'm done. I don't even want to I don't even mean to bring up those targeted individuals because I don't even like talking about that shit because most of you niggas probably don't even know what the fuck targeted individual is. But I say that because there's a lot of people that was on my page that were like on that targeted individual shit. So I don't know why like that was the case. I don't know why, but there was a lot of people on my page. I remember some female came on my page a couple years ago talking about targeted individuals, and I'm like, how the fuck did they find me? Am I in that algorithm? Yeah. Shit is crazy. I'm just looking at this page. This one black female. I was gonna show this video, but she does tarot. Like she's a perfect example. That bitch is a perfect example why I don't deal with women who are into tarot. Like women who are into tarot are just completely lost, man. Like it literally, like I literally was like if I see a female with a tarot deck, I automatically stay away from the bitch. Not to say tarot is wrong, but we're at a point right now where it's like I can't deal with no tarot reading bitch. Like you crazy because she's the type of bitch where you come home late, she pull a tarot card. Was he out cheating? And based upon if that tarot card chooses the right cards, it's gonna be based upon the fate of if the bitch cuts you out and leaves you and scratches your car all over a tarot deck. Like there's some bitches who will literally pull a tarot deck because the husband came home late 30 minutes. Or was he cheating? And then you pull so many of those fucking cards, your stupid ass is gonna be pulling out the wrong shit. Like you're gonna be pulling out shit, and then even if you pull out card, because with tarot, if your mental illness is severe, you can pretty much rationalize any card catered to your situation. This is why you have that's why every tarot reading bitch has an audience, because the audience reflects who she is. So if she's going through the same trauma as her audience, then when she pulls a tarot deck card, it's gonna correlate to what she's, because they're like, oh, we're having an energy reading, but the energy is energy for those people that are in that tarot room and the person pulling it. So the person, if they're fucked up mentally, then the people in the room are gonna be fucked up who agree with the tarot reading. It's like this. It's all something that binds them all together. And you got to understand, like these people are doing tarot, and like this bitch does 3-4 tarots a day. So you don't even have time for like the other tarots to take effect. And you're always asking all these questions, but then like when you see other aspects of their life, like why haven't tarot fixed that? Like why hasn't tarot got you this or fixed this or gave you, not even it giving you shit, but why hasn't it gave you the answer to fix this? Like this one bitch, she just be ranting. This is one black bitch I see. She be ranting like crazy. And then she had another video where she was at a fucking, she's half Nigerian. So she had another video when she was at the what's it called? The storage unit. She got kicked out. She was living in a storage unit. Mind you, this bitch was pulling tarot. Living in a storage unit. I guess somebody called and got her kicked out. I'm not saying that ain't funny because that's fucking retarded. Who a snitch? But it's like, how are you pulling tarot and you living in a storage unit and then you cussing at you? She got it on film, cussing at the police, yelling at the police, talking about you about to knock this nigga out. The nigga's a faggot and all of this shit. and you reading tarot every day, but yet when she reads her tarot, she be talking like, "Oh, I'm spiritual and high vibration and stay away from demons." I'm like, how the fuck are you talking about staying away from demons if you fighting with the police about getting kicked out of a storage unit? And I'm not saying that's funny and shit, but it's look at the principle of the fact you're getting kicked out of a storage unit. Yet, which, like I said, nothing wrong with that. That's her own business. But how the fact what makes me want to say something is you're reading tarot, and in your tarot reading, you coming like you all correct and low vibration people and get away from energies and this and that, and you're like some type of oracle and shit. Like you think you some oracle and you can give all these readings to all these fucking bitches on your page. Like, it's weird. It's hella weird, dude. That's everything. This is why, like, when I seen her, I was like, damn. That was the universe showing me like a person that I seen that I would not deal with. Like, that had, like, it pretty much confirmed what I said. I would not deal with no female with no tarot deck. It was that. I don't even want to give her page. I see the page right here. I don't want to. Shit is crazy. And you can tell, like, she don't even do, she does tarot because, like, she gets like a little bit of change, a little chump change every month from, because she gets like fucking 1,000 views per video. So you can tell she's trying to like scrape up money to get, like, you know a motherfucker like is really needs the money when they're making like 3 videos a day. And like, cause she gets like 1,000 views per video, so she's trying to make so many videos so she can add up that money to get like a little 300, 400, 500 a month, whatever the fuck she get. Like, she's trying to scrape up change so she can get a little bit of money. And like, so how many tells you need to do, bitch? Like, I'm not hating. Like, do whatever you gotta do to make the money. Like, I'm not hating, but it's just funny how like you can tell this bitch is like really like trying to scrape up some change with her page. That's why she's doing so much tarot. So you know the tarot isn't genuine because she's just trying to scrape up change because she's in a position where she needs the money. And if I was in that position and I'll be able to get 1,000 views, whatever that little 700, 800 you get every month from that little shit, that's something. So I'm not saying that's negative. That's something. So she needs to do that, but I can't trust the tarot. And it's a good thing she has a retarded audience, because if she had intelligent audience, she wouldn't even be making the money she makes because nobody will watch her shit. So she's actually profiting off people's stupidity. Because why is your life not the way it is? And I'm not saying, like, you don't got to show me shit. I don't give a fuck, like, to be honest. I just look at it from my perspective. Everything, when I speak about people like this, you have motherfuckers watch my channel like, well, where's your at? Where are you? Like, I don't got to show you shit. When I speak about motherfuckers, this is for my channel, in my opinion, to help me navigate how I deal with people. I'm not saying this as in what somebody needs to be, what somebody doesn't need to be. You don't need to be shit. Go ahead and be a bum ass nigga, because that's more opportunity for me to be great. Like I said, go work a shitty ass job and stock those grocery store shelves, because when I go to a store and I steal something, there needs to be somebody to stock the shelf. I'm not hating on that. Do your thing, because whatever you do, it's good. I could transmute anything and it's gonna benefit me. So I don't care, because I transmute energy. Everybody wants to talk about they spiritual, they transmute energy, nigga, but nobody really talks about transmuting all energy. They just talk about some fucking cliche shit everybody knows. Nobody talks about transmuting real life external energy on a daily basis, because you can transmute anything to your benefit. Some things may give you lesser of benefit depending on how negative it is, but another fact, you could transmute damn near anything. It's crazy. Damn, 3.5 hours. Damn, it's only almost 4 hours. Oh, just 3 hours. I might go live today on the game. I don't know. The reason I don't go live on the game, because I know you guys say go live, because when I play the game, I like to play for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then I go do something else. Then I play for an hour, then I do something else. I don't like to play the game like 6 hours, because if I go live, I can't just sit and play the game for like 6 hours. I get bored or I want to go do something else. Sometimes if I like every now and then I'll feel like playing it for that long, but I just get bored. Like I like to play the game for like 30 minutes, an hour, then I go take a break and do something else. That's why I don't really like to go live because I feel like I'm strapped. I'm like in prison. I mean, I'm strapped to the chair because I have to go. If I'm going live, I gotta play it. Because if I leave the game, then I just have the game sitting on pause, and then everyone's just looking at it, and it just. That's why I don't really like to go live. But I'm gonna try to go live though. I might go live today. I don't know. I'll probably go live. All right, said for sure. Hope you make a yoga vid. Peace. All right, for sure. All right then. Yeah. Shout out to Mysterio. Yeah, I'm about to probably be able to head out as well soon. I dropped the link one last time if anybody wants to join before I head out. Hit the live up one last time. There's the live. There's a link. So if anybody wants to join, I'll probably give a few more minutes and then I'll probably be just in case if anybody wants to join before I leave. Oh man, but I kind of want to go out somewhere, man. Like, cause somebody in my family they're going back out to California because I gotta go visit some people. I wanted to go back, but I don't need to go back because I just don't need to go back. I want to go back, but I feel like if I go back, I don't need to go back. I want to go back because I was gonna go back, but if I go back, I'll probably go give me some edibles. I don't need no edibles and shit. I don't need any. I don't smoke anymore, but I probably would have got the edible, and I don't need to do that. I already know if I go there, I'm gonna want to eat an edible, and then I don't need to go there. And then there's like this restaurant that all the food out here sucks. Like I live in the South, so I hate the food out here is trash. It's horrible. Like I hate soul food. I fucking hate it. Like that's mainly what all the places are is soul food. And the places that aren't soul food, they taste like shit. So that's why I've never had a time in my life where I cook so much. I always used to just eat out and go to places to eat. But I don't think I'm gonna go out anymore. But I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I'm gonna be back a little later. I probably go to the I probably do go live on the game. But all right, guys, peace.